convenience about it. So, it's actually when he throws the pallet down and then I change the throw, so 1 minute in, well, or 1 minute, an hour, 5 minutes, and 21 seconds is really where that starts. That's where I start the clip and I publish. I think the best part about that is the fact that when I went back on that other guy's stream, that you were just like, wait, is that guy live? I was like, yeah. I went back, he was just fixing a gen across the map. He saw 2 of his teammates go down, and he's just like, what's going on over there? Yeah, halfway across the map, and then 2 of his teammates go down. This time the controller isn't against me because I actually switched my batteries, so hopefully this won't be annoying. Because that's the one problem I had in my streams. I was constantly switching batteries, constantly. It is frustrating. Because it makes it seem like, because usually what happens is I try to finish the chase, just down the survivor, put him on a hook, and then I stand in front of the hook and it makes it seem like I'm face camping them when in reality my controller batteries died. So I had to like change them. So, I was thinking, I was like, oh, you're peacekeeping! Like, no, my batteries died. I gotta watch this party because I need to laugh at something. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I pulled off that 2-man down with Leatherface. That was actually just luck. I timed that so well. Get your ass over here, boy! Alright, so an hour, 5 minutes, and 21 seconds is really where the clip started. And then I downed both of them. Yeah, the 2 hours, 2 hour, 22 second, and 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 33 seconds, yeah. That's true. Where I actually downed both of them in the midst of the stream, it's at the 1 hour, 5 minute, and 22 second mark. That's on the stream that lasted 2 hours, 22 minutes, and 33 seconds. And then there's another one. Oh, 4 hour one. 4 hours, yeah. Definitely have to skip through that one. Because my friend wanted to play Survivor, and so I told you once I sent it to you, I was like, yeah, just skip through like an hour, because that's where I can start playing Killer. So let me go back to 4 minutes. And then there's obviously the stream where I reached it. Which, I'm not gonna lie, I went back and watched it, I did decently well for someone who's getting pissed off at the game. Pause it. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah. Let's do it. Off of YouTube.
Alright, everybody, welcome to the stream, everyone. Welcome, one and all. Hope you guys have been having a fantastic Saturday evening so far. I'm your host, Three Cheeks Ernst, and welcome to the Three Cheeks. Ahoy! Just gonna do it naturally, just because I want to keep it all as natural as we can right here. So, it's been a long time coming, guys. It has been a long time coming for the next episode of the interview. Let me just turn that down real quick.
So whenever you are ready.
So right now we finally got the next guy right now. He needs no introductions, I see, since he's ready to go. All right, let's bring him on out. All right, Beardlife, you can introduce yourself now, my guy.
All right, what's up? I am Beardlife. I am the guy who went on Three Cheeks' stream, and I was just like, oh, when he was memeing with me and everything else. I've been playing Dead by Daylight for 3.5 years now, and I've played it so much, and I'm actually kind of glad I'm here. So, it's actually an honor to be here, really. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, absolutely, my guy. I'm glad you said yes. You know, we need more people to say yes on this.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I better hop on that.
Yeah, right. All right, let me just make sure. Make sure I don't have you too high up. Otherwise, I don't know, people might bleed their ears out. Okay, talk again, my guy.
What's up?
All right, cool. All right, so everybody, we're gonna start off things immediately with this first stream we got here. Which, by the way, he named both of his streams that we had to watch "Chillin' and Having Memes," so it's a little hard to differentiate them for a second. But just stay with us real quick. So first off, Beardlife, what made you want to main Myers of all people?
To be honest, I didn't actually main Myers at first. He wasn't the first killer that I actually played as. Hillbilly was, and then Myers was the first licensed killer to be added to the game.
Yeah.
And I was just like, no way they're not adding Myers. And sure enough, they actually added him. And I was like, oh, this is the real deal. Okay, I better play him. I just love the feeling of just snowballing the game with Michael and hitting tier 3 and just absolutely destroying survivors.
Yeah.
Not to mention using Bamboozle with Myers is actually really funny. I just can't help but to laugh when I use the perk. I mean, there are problems with Myers, obviously. I mean, he can be countered, just like every killer in the game can.
Yeah.
So, I just really like Myers. I just think he's an awesome killer to play as.
Gotcha. So we got Lame Tart in the chat right now. What's up, Lame Tart? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the next episode of the series. We're just trying to get introductions settled down here with the next killer right here, Beardlife. So right now we're just trying to, like I said, get the introductions right here. He's telling me why he mained Myers. So you mained first Bubba and then Myers, she said, right?
Hillbilly.
Oh yeah, Hillbilly. I'm sorry. I just thought Chainsaw's immediately one for Hillbilly.
That's cool.
Okay. So you went for first Hillbilly, then Myers, because you just enjoy the OP-ness, and you know, I see you're a memester yourself, so you're gonna have to be a little bit of a memester if you're gonna choose Myers of all killers, honestly.
Oh yeah, I enjoy being a meme. Back when we actually watch a little bit more Myers gameplay or later on, you're gonna see me say when I'm at the killer shack, I'm just like, okay, does anyone want to see me block this off and troll? Watch this, and then I just vault the window. Bamboozle.
Oh my god. Okay, so we're gonna get this just started right now. All right, Lame Tart, let's get started with the commentary. So you're at 4 minutes and 4 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just get a little bit back. Well, just start it now.
All right.
Let me know when you're at like.
In.
All right. So we're starting in. You see, you spawn next to Killer Shack. How is your normal route when it comes to spawning in at a map like this?
Usually, what I like to do is I like to go to the farthest on the map. Just because usually when you play killer, the survivors are either most of the time they're gonna spawn away from you.
Okay, so we got 2 people over there that we're stalking right now. Okay, how far is the range of stalking normally?
Well, 7 to 8 meters, I'd say. It's a little bit farther if you have perks like Monitor and Abuse, because your field of view gets increased, which is why I like Monitor and Abuse on Myers. That's really useful for getting him out of tier 1, because you have absolute terror radius.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in a chase right now. You bamboozle the bus window.
Yeah, this Neo right here, you're gonna see. I get really frustrated because this Neo is actually really hard to actually get.
Okay, so you're committing to the chase right now. Is it okay to chase commit this early on, or should you just keep guarding gens?
To be honest, I probably shouldn't have committed to chase. I just thought, oh, I'll just mind game pal, and I'll just see if I can take her down.
Yeah.
So that's what I tried doing. As you can see, she's not really fooled by it. See, look, and then she dead hard and she made it to the pallet.
Yeah, so she dead harded there. So we did in fact see a dead hard by the Nia.
Yeah, at that point, I probably should have just given up on chase.
Okay, so you did finally give up chase at least. So one gen.
Yeah, I
has
gave
been
up.
completed.
I gave up chase eventually.
Yeah. Okay, so at least you're able to stop this other gen from being worked on right now. Okay, are you gonna keep to that mentality of committing, or are you gonna start guarding gens again?
I think I started guarding gens a little bit more.
Yeah, that was.
At this point, I was just trying to hit tier 3. I don't know how that missed, to be honest. I even said on stream, I was like, how the hell did I miss?
Yeah, no, I see how
as
that
you can
goes
see,
through.
with the downfalls of playing Myers, you're obviously looking at it as he can easily be looped.
He really can be looped. Like, out of all the killers, he just has the type of terror range to where it's loopable. You know?
Yeah, I mean, every killer in the game can get looped, but with Myers, oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the survivor did there, and I just one-shot them down.
Yeah,
they got out of the locker, I just hit tier 3.
Yeah, did he know you were in the locker, or?
I did not know he was in the locker.
So,
I was just trying to chase this arena, then all of a sudden, she goes up there, her teammate, for whatever reason, decides to come out of the locker and feed me my tier 3. I didn't know why.
Yeah, so she just
and then I kicked the gen with Pop.
Yeah, she randomly gave you that hook. I don't know why.
Yeah, she handed me the down at that point.
She really did. Okay, so it sounds like this gen's being worked on. Oh, looks like it's done. Oh, the Nia's back.
Oh,
Are you
yeah.
gonna commit to her?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Come on, really? Hey, yeah, again.
I even heard you say, I literally just heard you in your stream say, come on, again.
God, yeah, very chance. Yeah, this Nia really annoyed me, and I was stuck on the debris.
Yeah, it looks like your best option is just to stay for other chases. Go for other people that may not be able to loop you better, huh?
Yeah.
Alright,
this was a really tough match. This match was pretty frustrating because of the fact that I decided to not be smart and chase the Nia a lot. When I really should have just given up on chase.
Like, does she have to bring me to fucking
For anyone watching,
like, really?
Learn from my mistakes and don't do what I do.
Okay, so first tip that we got for the stream, guys. So as a Myers, do not try to commit on too many chases, because Myers is a bit slower and can be looped just a bit easier. I don't know why, if it's just more for personality taste or something, but he's just a little easier to be loopable. I don't know why.
All right, go down. Please.
He can get looped. Oh yeah, then I end up downing Nia. He can. I mean, he's not as bad at loops as, let's say,
Fucking
maybe
annoying,
Wraith.
what you are.
Or who else is bad with loops? Clown. Because at least with Myers, if the survivor doesn't play the ballot correctly, he can easily capitalize by popping tier 3.
Yeah.
Which I've done many times. And by the way, if there's anyone that actually plans on playing Myers, you're gonna realize that there's certain things that will drive you nuts when you face survivors. And one of those pet peeves for me is just when they throw the ballot down and they just stand there. I don't know why they do that. I mean, it's good for you, but it's bad for them. So if you're looking to go against Myers, my recommendation is don't feed him his power too much. And don't stand there at the pallet when you throw it down. Because if you stand there at the pallet, he's just gonna stand there and stalk you. Like, you're just feeding him tier 3. Or better yet, his tier 2 if he hasn't actually tiered up yet.
No, we just noticed that Meg randomly slided a little bit when you picked her up.
Oh yeah, it was a little laggy. The lag was actually really frustrating.
Yeah, that was a little weird, but okay. Okay, so
I had a lot on my streams recently. Yeah, and then I kicked the gen.
Okay, so while while we're looking for you to get to the next kill, what build are you running right now? What perks are you running?
In this, like how I play Myers just in general, I usually run barbecue and chili because blood points and you get to see where the survivors are immediately after hooking them. Monitor and abuse because Myers is a stealth-based killer, and usually how monitor and abuse works is if you're out of the chase, your terror radius is decreased, and he benefits the most when his terror radius goes to 0, and increases while you're in a chase. So you easily just, if the survivors aren't observant, you could easily just sneak up on them and yank them, or just ambush them.
Yeah.
It's very easy to do. And then Bamboozle, because he's a very chase-heavy killer, and he's able to vault windows very quickly when he hits tier 3.
Oh, there goes another Bamboozle maneuver. So wait, jumping over windows does not remove Bloodlust?
Guess it doesn't.
Because I just witnessed you jump over that window and you did not lose Bloodlust at all. I like to call hacks right now.
Alright, I'm being a fucking dick.
I'm hacking. That's just behavior being behavior.
Okay, I see how it is.
Okay, so it looks like you're back to committing on the Nia. Not really a good choice considering there's one gen left.
Oh, I know, dude. This, like I said, you're my commentary. I was raging so hard.
Yeah, you were raging. So everybody in the chat, welcome one and all. First off, welcome to the next episode of the Cheeks Chamber series. Currently watching the first match for Beard Life right here. Big tip that we all learned of if you're gonna try to main Myers, do not try to overly commit to chases, because
How many chances you need?
Because you get some survivors like this Nia right here who are able to loop you just a bit easier. Like I still don't know why it's more a preference or something, but just Myers is a little easier unless you're standing still. Do not stand on pallets. He will stalk you and one-shot you once he gets the chance. So that's tips for anyone.
Especially if the pallet is very easy to mind game.
Yeah. So if it's the pallet that you yourself know to not loop, it's probably a good idea to not stand still there over there when you're going against the Myers. But this Nia is really going for it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what I've learned from survivors at Red Ranks is they would rather be injured and loop you the entire game than heal themselves.
Another match, this is
And that's exactly what she did. She looped me the entire game.
Mm.
I mean, you're gonna see upcoming that they just started farming each other on Hook. I have no idea why.
They really
Like,
start farming each other?
I'm not even joking. Because I hit tier 3, one of them goes out. I just am downing the Kate, I believe. Yeah, I downed the Kate.
I wonder why killers run crouch bursts. Good grief.
Des, thank you for the shout out over there. Thank you, Des. Appreciate you.
Alright, I'm camping. Nope.
So you tried camping, but it didn't work. I'm guessing.
Y'all want to be annoying, so I'm gonna.
I did a little bit because I was able to down 2 people with tier 3. If I'd saved the best for last, I probably would have just machine gun through them, but because I don't use that perk on Myers because I don't find a use for it, then, you know, it didn't, you know.
Oh, man.
See, look, he goes for the save, and I downed her. And then I think Nia ends up going out the gate eventually.
Yeah,
She tried so hard. I think she's dead hard. Oh, no, I think she's dead hard. It's out. Oh, no. She just goes down. But yeah, then I shake my head.
So wait, you were able to get 3K out of this, or?
I got 1, I believe.
Oh, only 1.
Somehow. No, you're gonna see why. You see how far away the hooks are? Look how far away the hooks are from where I'm standing. Yeah, she gets right back up with Unbreakable. And I think she had borrowed.
Yeah, it looks like she had borrowed.
Yeah, she had borrowed. I think that Nia actually ended up dying.
Really?
Near this arena. Yeah, I'm not even joking. I really wanted that Nia because she was annoying me.
Yeah, but it's like they're really just all just dying right there, basically. Wait, is the Kate still in here though? She didn't even crawl out?
Yeah, I think she might be in here.
Oh, what? Did she unhook herself?
I think she had deliverance.
Oh, okay.
Oh, just gotta have that second chance perk.
And she
Oh yeah,
had,
I think Mia ends up escaping.
yeah, I think she has Soul Guard then.
No, either that or borrowed time. It's one of the two.
Maybe by the time, yeah.
I either get 1 or 0 kills. Like I said, this match is pretty frustrating.
So rude.
Yeah, I know.
Man,
Why I should have had survivors.
you really just picked her.
Yeah,
Like, you know what?
and then I think she stabs me.
Yeah, she had decisive.
Yeah, then she stabs me.
Alright, so they all got out. Wow, that was some
Yeah, they all
toxic
got
survivor plays right there. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, I know.
My God.
Once the next match that I play as Myers rolls around, you're gonna see that I was not having it.
Yeah. All right, guys. So the first match as Myers has completed right now. As you can currently see, I'm gonna ask a question later on the stream, and I really hope you guys aren't gonna get mad with my answer on that question. We're gonna wait until at the end of the stream, so please be on the lookout for that. But for now, just keep an eye out for that at the end of the stream, please, because there's a question. A lot of you guys are gonna get mad. I know for a fact. All right. So that match ended. The survivors were hella toxic, in my opinion. What about you, Beardlife?
Oh yeah, trust me. The ones that you're gonna see me play on as Hawkins. Let's just say I had 2 rank 1s, and they both had head on.
Damn. Okay, and now another question I should ask. So you have your controller fixed now, right? Because I know your controller dying is a huge issue.
Yeah, I actually switched the battery today, so right now it won't be an issue.
Gotcha. All right, cool. Because like I know most of this stream and the next stream there's gonna be a lot of controller dying.
You know what? No, it's gonna be
so annoying. It's even worse when I'm just like, really, I have to switch my batteries now.
Yeah. So get to the next part that we're gonna go to. The timestamp is 19 minutes and 26 seconds.
All right.
Okay. All right,
19
guys.
minutes.
Yeah, 19 minutes 26 seconds.
19.
And everybody on stream, we are now at the second match as Myers. He's saying he's not horsing around this match, so we're hopefully going to get a 4K. And we're going to see how he does it. Hopefully, you guys can keep an eye out to see what kind of moves, what kind of mind games he plays as Myers. So hopefully you guys can learn as well as me asking the questions, see what kind of stuff he does. Because I'm learning as much as you guys. So let's see what he does on this match.
And I got lucky that the survivors spawned near me. And another tip too, if all the survivors are together, that's where Myers actually benefits the most, because he can easily charge up to tier 2 quickly.
So when you know there's a group of survivors together, is your better odds to just try to stalk them as far as you can?
Yeah, best thing you can do is try to make it to where survivors aren't able to spot you. Easy way to tell if they spot you is if they start running away. If they start running away, that means they spotted you.
Gotcha. Alright, so let's get back to the match. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Alright, clicking.
So I'm chasing the... Yeah.
Clicking it now, so let's see here. Oh, did you already start it?
Yeah. I can go back a little bit. Let me see. 19
uh,
minutes and 29... I'll just skip a little bit. 19 minutes and 29 seconds.
Go to 19 minutes and 35, and then just tell me when you get there.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm there.
Alright, ready, go.
Okay.
Alright, so let's see what we got. We see scratch marks already, so I see that's where you got the group of people. I see that's what you're talking about. Try to stalk. It looks like they're separated there. Okay, now is there a survivor that you like to single out a lot more, or not?
Not necessarily. My rule with playing killer is if the survivor is closest to you, then chase them. And I felt like I had a better option of chasing the Fang better, because I feel like the other survivor, who was an Adam, I believe, he was already like long gone, so I was like, I'm not gonna chase him.
Yeah.
So I just went for the Fang.
So it looks like you're going back to the committing to the chase, huh? Gotcha. Does it work better in this match than the last one?
It does, yeah. I mean, they did pretty good with loops and screwing me over, but I did a lot better with actually taking all the survivors down, because they actually ended up screwing them around in the match.
I see. Also,
because you'll notice, that Fang has a flashlight, and she tried everything in her power to flashlight blind me later in the match, which is pretty much her downfall. Because if there's anything I can't stand about survivors when I face them, it's they always try to flashlight blind me when they're injured. I don't know why. It's like you're asking to go down.
So they think
Especially
you're
if the
a
killer
moth.
is Franklin's. Yeah.
So you're telling me a lot of survivors think you're a moth.
Yeah, and then I see the Nia. I put the thing on the hook, and then I see Nia. And I end up chasing her.
Yeah, you start chasing her, you're getting your stalking powers in, but it looks like the Fen already got out.
Oh yeah, and then I blocked the window because I thought she was gonna vault that window.
She didn't vault, did she?
Nah, she didn't. She has balance landing here to see. She completely annoys me with balance landing. See, look, then she's gonna boost away.
Damn. Look at her go, my god. Is she really just giving you the trolls right now?
That's the one thing that's gonna screw you over on this map is that the survivor has balance landing.
Oh,
So she keeps running.
Hmm.
I don't know how I got this. Trust me, I'm still figuring it out.
Oh, well, you probably mind gamer quicker
Yeah,
than her. She didn't realize you're going that way. But that's another tip for everyone too. If you go into Hawkins, if you know you're going into Hawkins, a good perk should be balanced landing, since there's many ledges that you can jump off and run out to safety.
Yeah.
So it looks like one
There's
of
not
the
much you can do against balance landing.
Hmm.
The only trick I could come up. Oh yeah, and then I get head on stunned.
Yeah, you got head on.
You
Like,
only-
what is the reason for that?
The only thing I can come up with for countering balance landing is try to like swing your weapon right as they hit the ground.
What's your objective, Adam?
If that makes sense. It's actually really hard. Oh yeah, and then and then the admiral was just like, okay, what's your game plan?
Yeah, you
Bring me
just
to a
whack
battle
them.
that
You're
can
like, what you
easily
doing?
screw you over. I'm like, yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, like I don't know if the Atom was just trying to get your attention, but like he really just screwed himself over.
I don't even think he had dead hard either.
Yeah, no, he messed that up completely there.
Yeah, he completely messed that loop, and then I just kept the chase. And then I pallet.
Why is she really trying to flashlight you all the way over there?
I don't know why.
Like in the corner, you just see the Fang just trying to flashlight. Is that an
That's what I'm
object play?
saying. That's why I had a. She's not object. No. If she was object, I'd be seeing her aura every.
No,
like,
no,
few
but did
seconds.
you? Was there an object player in this match?
No. In this match, no.
Okay, because I
Thank
saw an
God.
aura. I saw an aura over there of a survivor.
Yeah. Yeah. That's because barbecue and chili took effect.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha.
Oh
so,
yeah, and then
so you're telling me barbecue and chili? It's not just it shows you like the heart rate. It shows you their straight up radius, their auras. For
it shows you any survivor that's 40 meters or farther away. It shows you their aura the second you put someone on the hook.
And for how long does it show it for you exactly?
A few seconds.
Like a few.
4 or 5 seconds.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
God damn, no
It's the
wonder.
best. It's like the best killer perk in the game.
It-
That, and if you want a ton of points, I highly recommend barbecue and chili,
Thank God.
which is a teachable from Leatherface, aka the Campbell.
Alright, well at least now I know that. Like I didn't know for sure how that perk worked. If it was it just showed you a quick peek of them. I didn't know it showed their straight auras for 4 to 5 seconds. My God.
And usually, if you're on the gen, if you look closely, their auras are on the gen, which is really good for a killer like Freddy, because he likes to teleport to gens immediately after hooking somebody,
Yeah.
and he'll just kick it. Weasel.
Yeah.
Barbecue and chili and Papa is the Weasel are like 2 of the strongest killers.
Is that why you use it?
Yeah, it's really strong.
And I see you using Lifeborn too, because apparently all the fucking survivors just want to use their moth abilities on you.
Oh, that's Franklin's demise. Yeah, I love using that perk. I love trolling with it.
Yeah. Alright, so it looks like...
Now, if you don't have Franklin's, then yeah, Lightborn would be your best bet. Because if you just stand there and pick the survivor up, they can't flashlight blind you because you're immune.
Man, that dude
And I-
legit fucking went down from that last half second of your knife. You know that, right?
I don't. Yeah, I do. I got lucky.
Yeah, that one was a lucky lunge right there. Everyone's can
That
see
was
that.
very lucky. I'm very surprised I didn't get stunned by the pallet. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so it looks like, again, we're seeing that a lot of survivors tend to make some weird-ass plays. Francis is a perfect example. Because for some freaking reason, he likes to run around like that.
He was actually very smart to not go for the save right there. I really thought he was gonna go for the save.
Like it's just more of like, why would he run next to you? When, like he did that like literally the last hook down, you know?
Yeah, and then I vault the window.
Damn.
That vault speed though, and I hit my trigger for whatever reason. I think I did it by accident.
I just get a slash out of nowhere. I saw that. Oh, there she goes.
She had 2 pals to work with here, and then I got her.
Now it looks like a lot of stuff happens in this match. I know there's another like 6 minutes in this match, I believe. Hey, old Scrub. What's up, Scrub? Welcome to the stream, my guy. Welcome to the interview. I'm glad you're able to make it. We're like halfway on to the second match. What's up?
I immediately booked into this jet over here because I knew they were gonna fix this gen.
Yeah.
So I immediately just went over here. I kicked the gen and I believe I saw somebody.
Okay, now I didn't even ask. Was this map? Did someone choose it, or was it just natural?
I put it down, actually. I put the offering down.
Oh, so you put the offering down. If I remember, I remember you tried putting the Dusty Noose and then went to this one instead, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because you legit.
Oh yeah.
You legit said, "I'm not messing with these survivors. I'm gonna kill them."
Oh yeah. No, I wasn't messing around. I was kidding when I said it.
Okay, so everybody in the chat, a good map as Myers is definitely freaking the Hawkins. If you ever try to just not mess around and get a 4K as quick as you can. This is the map, but I don't think a good recommendation would be Bamboozled. What about you, Beardlife?
For this map?
Yeah.
Not necessarily, no. I mean, I guess it's good for staircases, like the one that you saw Nia using Balance Landing with, because it kind of prevents them from vaulting the window and actually using it, depending on where they're actually trying to use the perk at.
Yeah, but I feel like in this map, like, there's so many corridors and like windows to jump over that it's not worth it using Bamboozle on them all, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, and then I came over and I kicked the gen. The Nia's chase didn't even last that long. You're gonna need to fit.
And she comes in again! Oh my god.
She's right in front of me and tries to blind me, and I'm just like, no.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
This is ultimately where the momentum kind of changed, because look, I put her on the hook. She brings me to a path that I know I can easily mind game.
Yeah.
Boom.
She
goes down.
Right there.
And then I end up putting her on the hook.
So they got to at least 4 gens.
And they're down to 1 gen at this point.
Yeah, there's 1 left on there.
Put her on the hook.
I don't know, it could very easily been one person do the gen and finish it while the other guy gets the save, but...
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they immediately go for the save.
Yeah, immediately. Like, they needed to wait a little bit for you to get out of there, but they didn't want to. That was a very greedy swing from you.
I really thought I could hit that. Just gotta try some things, you know? I soon realized with this Meg, that she was just gonna loop me around the pallet.
Yeah. She's really looking.
I want to wait for you to drop it. They kind of wait to drop down pallets. But yeah, and then she gets stuck.
She legit got stuck. That's the funniest part. She thought she could loop you forever. Got stuck in that.
Only I hit tier 3 that one. I would have easily ended the chase.
Lame turd over here self-promoting himself. Like, that's what I'd love to see part of the interview. That's funny. Oh, what? Oh. Wait, what? Was there 2 of them?
Okay.
2 of them were both in the locker, yeah.
Like, legit, they
I'll go for him. I don't care. He's dead on.
That's what I'm saying. Once I realized, oh, you both have it on, okay, well, I'm not messing around now. I'm really putting my tryhard pants on.
Yeah, it's just more to the point, like, one of those guys should have been, like, doing a gen or something, but, like, what's the reason for 2 of them doing that?
Yeah, here's the, if you're gonna run head on, I think only one person should run it. Because if only one person's running it and they go down, it's like, oh, okay, we have 3 other people, we can go save them. These survivors were not smart about that.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like, at all. And the Adam was kind of going, and I ended up ending the chase there.
Shout out.
And for some reason, I said self-promote. I'm sorry. Lametard did not self-promote. Des promoted Lametard. That was my bad. Sorry, Lametard. My apologies. Okay, so Adam finally
And I
died.
think, yeah, I think he's dead.
Probably gonna pop the jet because I'm not gonna make it there in time.
Yeah, like it's just.
And I book it straight to the gen because
Yeah.
I know that's the gen that they're gonna work on.
It's so annoying to watching this because these survivors had a good chance of freaking.
They could have honestly defeated me, and they decided, okay, let's troll him. You
up,
can't even
Mrs.
see me
Flashlight
say, I'll be
Clicker?
like, hey, what's up, Mrs. Flashlight Clicker?
Trying to blind me, huh?
Look at him. He's literally just spinning around there. Like they had
No,
a good chance. Of
He goes in
everything.
the locker, watch. He goes in the locker, watch. I'm just like, get out of the fucking locker.
I don't know what you're trying to do.
Like, why would you go in the locker? Why?
No, I do know, but
I even said, I was just like, I don't know what your objective is, and I was like, wait. I was like, actually, no, let me rephrase that. I know what your objective is, but it's not smart to do it.
It's really not. It's just like, and they finally did the gen, but like, is he gonna even make it at this point?
You'll see what happens to the, because I think the
Oh,
Meg is
that's
the
right
only
here.
one left alive. Yeah, I shook my head. I was just like, no. Then I end up closing hatch.
Oh, I think I just got cut. But like, I'm so confused as to just why these survivors make these dumb plays. Like, they could have got out
I don't either, dude.
an extra few
And
minutes.
you're gonna
early.
see the ranks. I even said it before I clicked off. You're gonna see the ranks. and
Oh
you're gonna see
my
the
god,
perks
was she
that they'll
legit
have.
just came? Oh my god.
When in doubt, if the gates are powered on this map, always look in corners because that's what survivors like to hide.
What I'm like surprised though is like the fact that you waited, like the gen was done, she could easily ran to the gate, you waited on the hatch, so that was more time for her to finish that gate or have a good chance. And what does she do instead? She just hides in the corner for her death.
Yeah.
It's one of those
And
things
then
where like,
get merciless.
oh my god, it's ridiculous. Like sometimes you don't even have to say the killers are toxic, just the survivors just potatoes.
Yeah, I mean,
Jesus.
they can't really
decisive
flame toward you. Look, you're gonna see two rank ones, both of them running head on, or one of them.
Decisive
Yeah,
stuff,
both.
you're dead
No,
on.
the rank 12 was running head on.
Yeah.
Rank one,
Yeah,
two,
look at
rank
it.
12.
They
I'm not surprised.
they had all that, and they
Two
didn't
rank
escape.
ones, a rank 2, and a green rank, which
You
is
guys don't like
surprising.
rank
Like
ones,
that's
no
just
wonder.
another reason how Dead by Daylight
He-
matchmaking
he
is
had
ridiculous.
Really good perks. He had really good perks.
Okay, so
What's
in that match, the survivors were trying to be. I don't even think they were trying to be toxic. I think they're just straight up not knowing their map awareness or something.
Either that, or they were just like, hey, it's the killer. We're gonna troll with head on.
Yeah, and the fact
Let's
he,
see if he can kill us.
yeah, Des is correct too. The rank 12 guy was on top. He carried them out of all the people. The rank 12.
And he
carried
had
the-
really good perks.
Yeah, he had really good perks. Like, how are you gonna tell me that the two rank 1 dudes were the ones for being either the most toxic or being the most dumb in their plays? Like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and they should be the most skilled
They
and
should-
the most experienced.
Really, like the Nia ran into you too many times, and like she would use her balance landing, but still want to stay in chases. And then the Adam was just straight up. He sees where the hook is at, where you hook the survivor. And he's still next to you. Like, is this a good idea? So Beardlife, as a killer, how do you feel about matchmaking?
Honestly, it can be kind of broken at times.
Mhm.
I know back I'd say sometime last year or the year before they tried fixing the matchmaking system, where they didn't want, let's say a rank 1 killer going up against rank 20 survivors, which kind of wasn't fun in my opinion. Because think about this whole play, and let me ask you this: does a rank 20 killer really want to go up against all the tryhard survivors and not know what to do to counter them?
Yeah.
Not really, no, because they're gonna get really frustrated. It's like, wow, he's looping me around the shack, and I have no idea how I'm going to catch him.
Yeah.
And there are some times where I get green ranks. Not saying green ranks are bad. They're decently experienced, but I would say some of them just, they tend to make a lot more mistakes than other survivors that I go up against do.
Yeah.
Like as playing killer, you have to force the survivors to mess up. You can't expect them to make the mistake. You have to outsmart them, and you have to make them make the mistake.
Yeah.
Like I did in that last match. I was forcing mistakes out of survivors repeatedly,
Yeah.
and they were pretty much doing it to themselves. I mean,
Yeah.
why would you go in the locker and head-on stun me constantly when you could be fixing the gen and leaving?
Yeah, honestly, I'm seeing what you're doing. You're actually doing. I'm seeing how your plays are. You're making sure that the survivors not only get mind game through the pallet, but make sure they waste the pallet to waste time so you can get to them even faster, which is really good. Like I'm not seeing too many killers try to mind game the pallets too much. It's just they wait until
Mind
they throw
gaming
them down.
is-
That's it.
Mind gaming is the best way to rack up kills at red ranks.
Let's do this.
Now, there is a certain map that the pallets are not mind gameable whatsoever. Haddonfield. I mean, just what is there to say about Haddonfield? I mean, it's just a really frustrating map. I mean, earlier I was playing Killer. I got that map like twice as Killer.
Yeah.
I was almost tempted to put a map offering down because that is the most broken map when it comes to infinite loops and pallet loops.
Yeah.
Unless you have enduring, then sure you can eat every pallet and recover quickly. But if you don't, it is a struggle.
Yeah.
Whether you're playing as even one of the best killers at red ranks, whether it's Freddy, Spirit, Huntress, maybe Nurse, it can be a struggle.
Yeah, what are you trying to do real quick? Yeah, I'm just gonna put the commands right here. Here's all the commands you guys can do. Everybody in the stream, welcome one and all. We're currently asking Beardlife some more questions, trying to get his opinions on certain stuff.
Tiny wiener.
Okay, so 1 out of 10, how would you rank the matchmaking then?
7? Because it can, most of the time nowadays, I do get red ranks because I play at the red ranks.
Yeah.
So the matchmaking system isn't too bad nowadays. It's a lot better than it was. Even though the ranking doesn't really mean a whole lot, it just shows how much you play Survivor or Killer. But it's it's decent, so I'd give it a 7.
Okay. All right. Hold on. So they're playing videos right now.
I don't know what kind of clothing combination this is, though.
Okay. Des asks, do you think that MMR the matchmaking be a little better if they counted it by how many hours you played in the game or not?
I think it should, yeah.
Yeah.
Because how I look at it is now people, some Twitch streamers that I watch, they like to put in their Twitch streams, whether they're Survivor main or Killer main, oh, I have so many hours and I'm still bad. I mean, to me, that's just, oh, I'm just messing and, trying to have some laughs. But realistically, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Because I've watched people like Odds Tavara, True Talent, Showstopper, TURJ, they play, every killer in the game. They have every killer Prestige 3. Even killers that I don't like playing at red ranks like Wraith unless you have good perks.
The holidays have passed.
And they do pretty damn good. And they have hours on the game. And they go up against red ranks 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So
and,
yeah, maybe it should be determined by how many hours you have on the game. Because it's like, oh, this guy's experienced. Yeah, let's put him up against these survivors.
Yeah. And Lametard, I mean, in that regard, you can't even say though, cause like you could have so many hours, you can have over 3K hours, and you can still be a purple rank for most of your career there. Like,
yeah,
people aren't naturally good in this game. You have to put the time and work for it, and even then, unless you're willing to be open-minded enough to learn new techniques and the map awareness and how each killer reacts to how you do your actions, unless you're willing to learn that, like, all the hours are here is meaningless, unless you're
it
open-minded.
can be, yeah. Because the killers, like the Twitch streamers I listed, those guys, they get 4Ks with pretty much any killer, and they switch their perk builds every single time they do so.
Yeah.
Which is actually very impressive. I will admit that is very impressive to do.
Right
Yeah.
there.
Des,
So-
you're only a potato because you're playing on Switch, so you can't even say that to me right now. That you're a potato. Like, he plays on Switch and he
God.
expects himself to do God plays. Like, it makes no sense. Like, you're
PC
good
is
to
where
me,
the God
Des.
plays come.
Yeah, like, Des, you're a good player. You're just playing on Switch. That's the only reason. Cheeks said I'm here for motion report. He really did, but I still wanted him with me. Yeah, like, he's the real legend over here. But, alright, another question I want to ask you. How do you feel about the decisive strike change?
I personally like it.
Really?
Even though I've kind of gotten used, because this is usually how I handle survivors that get saved from the hook. What I like to do is if the survivor who saves them, I just chase the survivor that went for the save. I've just gotten so used and accommodated to going after them because it's like, oh yeah, when I down them, they're not gonna de-strike me. Whereas the person who got saved is gonna have one of two things. They're either gonna have a borrowed time effect, which, let's be real, they're going to, especially if it's red ranks, and they're gonna have decisive active. So I think it's really good. It's funny. It changes the game personally with this new decisive strike change. It makes it a lot better for killers and a lot less frustrating.
Alright, get off my gen.
So that way they have a little bit more map control, and it's like, oh, I can put this survivor on the hook now without getting de-striked.
Yeah. It's like yeah, for killers, it's awesome because all you gotta do is watch the guy do any type of action, and you know for a fact decisive's gone now. You know?
Yeah, and then they're de-striked gone and they can't do anything about it.
Exactly. So like as survivor mains, make sure when the new decisive strike update comes out to remember it runs out if you do any type of action basically. So if you want it ready on hand, just stay on a chase. If the killer chases you, that's a big if. Okay.
This is true.
All right. Next question. Have you heard about the change they're doing for object of obsession?
I did hear a little bit, but yeah, I think it's every time the killer sees you, you see the survivor's aura for a few seconds. I believe that's how it works.
Yeah, if you're like the way the top description read was if you're revealed by your aura, the killer's aura is revealed to you or some stuff. But the way they described it was if for every like 30, 45, or 60 seconds, the killer's aura gets revealed as well as the obsession. That's how I read it as, and which makes me question, does that mean that if you bring the perk, but you're not the obsession, does that mean whoever is the obsession is just gonna get screwed over that way?
It really all depends on a couple things. If the killer has like an obsession perk, like let's say if he has Save the Best for Last or Dying Light, pretty much teachables or perks that they need the obsession alive. And in this case, Myers' teachables rely on keeping the obsession alive. If he has those type of teachables, I say, oh yeah, then he's not going to chase him for most of the game, unless he just keeps finding them for some reason. Because for me, when I just see object players, it's just really annoying.
Yeah.
Because immediately when I see an object player, I'm just like, great, they're going to loot me the whole game, and they're going to make it really hard to kill them. Because that's what object players love to do.
Yeah.
And it's really infuriating.
I mean, I don't know, man. I just literally do it just for shits and giggles.
Now, I ran it once just because I was trying to do an adept for Lori, but I do not run object when I play Survivor. Because you will be the biggest tunnel magnet if you run that perk.
This is true.
Killer will want to get killed first.
Okay, now, we didn't even get into how, what we're on right now. So this is the first match as a Trapper, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize. We were getting way into the other questions over here. But, yeah, this is his first match of his Trapper. What perks are you running this time by chance?
The perks that I'm running on Trapper are Corrupt Intervention, because he lacks map pressure at the beginning of the game. Most of the early game is just him setting up traps at pallets, windows, all other stuff. And Brutal Strength, because he gets looped a lot, and I feel like kicking through the pallets makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Save the Best for Last, because he doesn't really have much to his base kit, so M1 killers like him really benefit from it. And Pop Goes the Weasel, to slow down generator production.
Yeah. So, would you recommend a lot of Xbox players who are watching live to always keep a spare set of batteries in case of situations like this, where your controller keeps dying?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so just a quick tip for everyone who's Xbox players: please keep a set of batteries on hand, because you're gonna see his controller die a lot.
Have them charged.
Or just have the controller charged.
My controller dies a lot. As a matter of fact, Three Cheeks here, he even typed in my chat. I downed a Survivor, I put him on the hook. He was just like, man, even the controller's against you.
Yeah, like even
I was just like, yeah, I know. Yeah, even the controller doesn't like me.
Scrubs is not a shot at consoles. It's just more of like keep some batteries ready, you know. Or if you're gonna be streaming, keep them ready. Otherwise, we're gonna see a lot of controller
I
disconnected.
kept charging them, and they did not last long. It was actually getting really on. It was getting on my nerves, to be honest.
Dude, it was hilarious. Like literally every match or like every post match is just controller
every
disconnected.
match you're gonna see every match you're just gonna see controller disconnected.
Like literally, man. Just everybody, console players, keep set batteries on there. Wink, wink. I got you. Yeah, you got me, Scrubs. You got me. On Des asks, what are some tips that you can give to us to play as Trapper?
The tips that I would recommend are put your traps in places that the survivors aren't going to expect them to be. And actually, when we watch the gameplay of me playing Trapper, you're gonna see, you're even gonna hear me say it too. I'm just like, I'm gonna put this trap here because I know they're not going to expect me to put it there, and I want to troll them. And also another thing, survivors, because I'm not running any add-ons on Trapper that make his traps darker.
Yeah.
Which, if I had to recommend add-ons for Trapper, it would be setting time, extra traps, or darkened traps.
Nia, you want to join the party?
And usually what I like to do is, because they reworked Trapper a while ago where you don't have to pick your trap up and place it down again. If they just keep disarming it, I'm the Trapper that just annoys people. I like to keep arming it again and again and again.
Okay, come out of the locker.
So wait, does your traps automatically reset themselves, or do you have to reset themselves?
You have to manually do it. The only way that they actually manually reset themselves is if you run an add-on called Iridescent Stone. It's a red add-on, and it actually makes Trapper a lot better.
Yeah.
But half the time the traps are in places that the survivors aren't really going to be running like away from you at. You're not going to be pallets because all of his traps are scattered across the map. So they're just going to be in random spots that
Go down to the basement.
they're not going to be running towards.
Totally don't have a weapon reduction.
So that would be my recommendation. That and always use Corrupt Intervention. Unless you feel as if you can set up your traps fast enough and just start finding the survivors. But I would always use Corrupt Intervention.
Gotcha.
It helps out a lot.
And that's just because you need that extra minute or two to set up all those.
Yeah,
traps,
you need to set up.
Okay, so everybody remember that if you really need help playing as Trapper, a great perk to use is Corrupt Intervention, because you're gonna need some time. You know, with that new update that came out, you only get one. Was it one or two traps at once that you can hold, or?
Well, it's really one, but if you have an add-on, the most you can have is 3.
So unless you want to waste an add-on to have 3 traps, guys, best recommendation is just to bring the perk Corrupt Intervention. So at least then you have some extra time to put in the traps where you need to place them. And don't forget, if you're placing down traps, don't go for obvious spots like right in front of the pallet or right in front of the window. Look for more less obvious spots that you know survivors are gonna run around. Like let's say if it's Killer Shack, don't throw it on the window, but put it in the corner in the grass where they can't see it. That would be a more better trap to put on, so then when you're looping them, they won't expect it and then get trapped. Would that be a good idea, Beardlife?
Yes, it would be. And also, can I just say, there are times where I play Trapper where I know there's a trap there, the survivor doesn't know, and I just watch them step into it.
Oh, so you can even be a bit of a dick as if you guys want. You can guide survivors to the traps too. Just act like you're a baby killer chasing them, and boom, that's some easy hooks for you guys. So do not forget that you got so many variety and so many ideas you guys can do as Trapper. I'm not gonna lie, like the only downside is he's hard to master because he is very easy to loop around so long as you know where the traps are. Like look right
he's
here.
very easy to loop. He's pretty easy to gen rush if you don't have Corrupt and you just set up all your traps. The gens just fly. It's really difficult without Corrupt Intervention.
Gotcha. And like you see right there, some traps do work in your favor that are pretty obvious. Some survivors in the heat of the moment will run to a trap because they are not looking down.
Yeah, all you have to do is look down. See the traps, disarm it.
Yeah, so survivor mains, look down. Killer mains, don't let survivor mains look down. That's like the main idea you guys want to keep on here. Okay, so it looks like you already got 2 kills. You're already about to hook this chick, and there's one last person.
Yep.
Oh, she had a decisive.
That precious D-strike perk.
D-strike.
It's not like it matters. I have half the team dead.
I honestly just picked her up. I was just like, you know what, fuck it. Let's see D-strike. I already have 2 kills.
Have you already have you been in a match where you've used like over 10 to 15 traps.
Excuse me. Okay.
There are matches I put traps in very
Now you're dead.
nice spots, and survivors just step in them left and right. They just start dropping like flies.
Oh my god. That's funny.
You're just be really passive towards an Adam because I think he was hiding from me because that's usually what they like to do. They're usually the last one alive. They try to hide and go out the gate if you close the hatch. So I'm just pacing back and forth. I'm like, okay, he's gonna go to that gate or he's gonna go to that gate. Which one is he gonna go towards?
A little left out.
It kind of sucks that unless you find a hatch as last guy alive, it's very hard to be able to get a gate open in time to escape.
That is like the most hidden spot ever to put the hatch.
And I was just like, oh,
seriously.
Adam. And then I found I was like, oh, there he is.
There was a chance that you could not hear the hatch noises. That would
Because
be the
there's
best
actually
spot for it.
a trap that a survivor got stuck in, and it was near the middle gen in that really big building where they were behavior a long time ago. They actually helped out killers with infinite loops, and the infinite loop was like one of the most broken things in the game. So I put a trap right next to where the opening for killers to go through is, and and I think the Adam was the one who stepped in it, and I was just like, the power of trolling.
You can really troll S Trapper with those traps, honestly.
Oh yeah, and then he tried putting his med kit down. He was just like, you know what?
Honestly,
I
these
lose.
games I won't be
Please
too
let me
good
go
with.
out the gate. I was like, no. you ain't go out that gate.
Man, honestly, I think he would have had time to at least start that gate right there, then just run away, which would have gotten you baited to stay on that other gate the whole time.
He's going for
Oh.
this gate. That confirms it. He's
Nice!
there he is. Oh, he's accepting defeat.
Yeah, he really accepted defeat right there. He dropped you
No,
his
not
med
far.
kit and everything.
What?
And you said, nah.
I don't understand why survivors do that.
It's like, no.
Oh, please let me escape. No, I'm not doing that.
So, are you a killer main with the mentality of no mercy ever then?
I mean,
I'll just easily give you the
I
hatch.
want to let survivors farm and all that other stuff, but it just makes the game boring, to be honest.
Well, I mean, not that. Like, I don't mean farming, but I mean more of like, if there's a last survivor, you don't give a shit that they're last survivor. You're still gonna kill them.
It depends. It depends on my mood, I suppose.
It's just-
If I'm feeling nice, then I'm just like, sure, fix the gate, go out. Okay, whatever. I mean, there are times, most of the time, where I get impatient, because here's another tip for playing killer.
Dead Hard Iron Will.
If
Ground
there's, let's say you've
Dead
killed
Hard Spine
2 of the
Shield Borrowed.
survivors, and you have a survivor that you're chasing. Now, I don't do this because I run out of patience half the time if the match has lasted like
You guys were pretty
over
decent
15
with
minutes.
the phase
But
that they were at.
what I would do is slug the 3rd survivor and then go looking for the 4th survivor. Unless they're not dead on hook. If they're not dead on hook, then hook them and go find the 4th survivor. When you do that, you're pretty much preventing the 4th person from going through the hatch.
yeah.
Because that hatch is not going to open unless 2 things happen. Somebody has a key, or the second to last survivor dies, and there's only 1 person left.
Yeah, that it really will screw them over. I know for a fact. Let's see.
Here we go.
So I know at the 56-minute mark is when you told me you're gonna start trolling as Bubba.
Yeah. I was like, yo, screw it, let's play Bubba.
Yeah. So
I think
everybody.
the guy was leveling him up.
Yeah, everybody in the chat, we're about to start his next match as a Bubba now. So we're going to get into that. You get to clearly see what kind of perks, and you get to see what he likes to tinker around when he's not killing people. As you can see, he's staring at that black ward really hard right now.
Yeah.
You're
Because
right.
I had the add-on that pretty much let me snowball the game.
Yeah, my god, like look at the setup, guys. This setup is nasty right here. And like I told him too, I wanted the insta chainsaws. He wanted to give me the insta chainsaws. He was not.
Oh
gonna-
yeah, I gave you the instant chainsaws, all right.
He really gave me the insta chainsaws. You're about
I
to
gave
see.
it to you.
Everybody in the chat, please avert your eyes. You're about to see some fucking carnage right now against some survivors.
Okay, you'll see me troll with the red add-on, the iridescent flesh add-on. You're gonna see that come into play later on in the game.
So we're gonna get started right there. I know the next match starts at 1 hour and 1 minute.
Yeah.
So let me get there right now. Okay.
Yeah, mine's about to start.
Hold on. Okay, where are you at right now? I stopped at 1 hour.
It's about to show the screen where I actually spawned in.
Okay. I'm at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 27 seconds. So just let me know when you're right there.
Oh, already. Yeah, game's loading like it always does.
Still continue on the interview right now.
Thanks. I got this random Amazon. I didn't order anything from Amazon. There's 3 things in here.
Oh, that's mine then. It's probably mine.
It says my name.
No, I put it under your name. But...
I was so excited.
Well, it's your gifts.
Oh, it's my gifts?
Yeah, it's your gifts. And
Oh,
for your
good thing I
Valentine.
didn't open them. I literally almost did it in the car.
Oh
'Cause
my
I was like,
gosh.
I didn't order anything. I'm like, what? Is
Already, I
someone send me
got it.
It was you.
Yeah. Alright, so are you ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
I spawned in. I spawned near one of the buildings on the preschool.
Okay, so I'm
So
gonna,
I just-
I'm gonna start it right now. Oh, did you already start it?
Yeah, I started a little bit. I can wait for you.
Okay.
Watch, they're just gonna rage quit the second I whack the flashlight out of her hand.
Okay, I'm at 1 hour, 1 minute, and 36 seconds. Where are you at exactly?
All right, 34, 35, 36. Okay. All right.
Alright,
Start it now.
Let's do it. Go.
All right. So I spawn in. I start walking around the map.
As a Bubba.
I usually run corrupt on Bubba because he kind of lacks a little bit of map pressure.
Do you have corrupt intervention on, or you don't?
I do. In this match, I didn't because I saw flashlights and I was like, well, guess I gotta troll with Franklin's.
Gotcha. But with Bubba, it's a good idea to bring corrupt intervention so you can find them easy.
Yeah. Personally, to me, it's a little bit easier.
Gotcha. So what perks are we looking at today exactly? Or this match?
We are looking at, in this gameplay, I was running barbecue and chili for the points and just to see where the survivors are at. We're also looking at enduring because there are times where you rev your chainsaw and you try to chainsaw to the pallet and it doesn't. The chainsaw doesn't break the pallet. You end up getting stunned. You can recover quickly from it.
Yeah.
And then Pop Goes the Weasel for the gen regression. And then Franklin's because,
Troll.
well, flashlights. Flashlights equals Franklin's in my eyes.
Flashlight equals Franklin's. Gotcha. Okay, and Opal Queen asks, in your opinion, what are the best perks to have on Bubba?
There's a lot of good perks you can run on Bubba. The number one perk, ever since he got his buff, the number one perk that I would recommend using is Infectious Fright. That perk will let you snowball the game very quickly. Especially if you use the Iridescent Flesh add-on, which I actually use in this gameplay. If you down the survivor and the auras of other survivors go off, you can pretty much down the entire team if you really wanted to. If you're skilled enough, you can do it. What's your goal?
Yeah. Looks like this freaking Claudette was trying to mess with you. Does she have decisive?
She ends up decisive striking me, yeah.
Okay, that's why. Yeah, like that's the kind of stuff I would do if I had decisive. Yeah, grab me out of the locker, do it.
Yeah. I was just like, go ahead, do it. And you don't do it.
Just more of the fact that like it's 5 gens in and she already had it to decisive. It's kind of sad.
Yeah, and then I went for the Lori. I ended up downing her.
Do you feel like
that was the Twitch streamer that was just like, what's going on over there? After I downed 2 of his mates.
Yeah. Oh, Brave Reality.
Yeah.
Oh my God! So we have the streamer right here.
I see their aura. He's healing his teammate. I was like, no, you shall not heal. And then he healed. I was like, oh, he healed.
Gotcha. So did we already talk about all the perks that are good with Bubba?
Yeah. Infectious Discordance is really good because you get to see if more than one person's on it, the generator lights up in yellow.
Yeah.
Corrupt Intervention for map pressure.
Just so an Opal Queen can like remember that better.
Yeah.
But
that's really it. Those are really like the best perks you can use on Bubba. Personally, those are the perks that I'd highly recommend on Bubba.
Gotcha.
They turn him into an absolute killing machine.
Yeah, would you say that playing as Bubba, you automatically have pressure, like automatically have major pressure on the map?
If you can end chase the chase quickly, then I would say you have pressure.
I'm just saying, like, because I know some people are just scared of Bubba as it is. So, like, would you say that people are more naturally gonna run from you just by seeing you far away?
Yeah, I would say so. Because the first instinct, and I do it as Bubba a bunch of times, second they say Bubba, he's gonna rip the chainsaw. And because of how long his chainsaw sweeps last, the running is really the only thing you're gonna do because it can only go so far. The only way you're really gonna counter Bubba is if you loop him constantly, or you window loop him constantly. And Bamboozle, that's another perk I forgot to mention. Bamboozle is one of the perks that a lot of people who play Bubba. Now I don't personally run it because I like other perks. It's a really good perk for him because if he blocks off the window, people can't loop him around like the shack or anywhere else.
Yeah.
Especially if there's 2 window loops there.
Yeah.
He's
Damn,
pretty
you
much
got the
blocking
Jake
off their
just
means of
barely.
escape.
Jesus.
Yeah, just like, get your ass over here, boy!
Yeah, you literally got him the last half second of your chainsaw rev. You got him, Jesus. Thank God. But yeah, I would agree so completely because as a Bubba, I've gone enough Bubbas as a survivor main that like when I'm going against them, my main weapon of choice to loop against them are windows because they can't break the windows with their chainsaw, you know?
Yeah.
So it absolutely makes sense that for a Bubba main or someone trying to main Bubba, you would want to bring something like Bamboozle because that's the only counter you can really think of against a Bubba. Because a pallet will get destroyed even with the chainsaw revving. Unless you stun them right at the perfect timing, they will still have that chainsaw revving.
Yeah, this is true. And not to mention, if you're one of the survivors, this is another thing I don't recommend. I would not recommend just throwing down every single pallet at the beginning of the game because if there's no pallets and Leatherface is chasing your teammate and he's like, oh, I hope I have a pallet, and there's no pallets anywhere, you're pretty much a dead man walking at that point.
Yeah.
Like he is just gonna absolutely destroy you with the chainsaw. Like you have no way of escaping him.
These don't have live.
As you can see, every time I got stunned, I just destroyed the pallet. I knew they couldn't do anything with it once I destroyed it. And I somehow down the lorry. I'm still questioning how that hit. That was a good time. I mean, on my part.
And you saw a window smack. Or like you hit the fence or something.
Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like they've only got 2 gens done, but everyone's injured. They're about to hook another guy. It's not looking well for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just feel like for a lot of Survivor, just the Survivor mains, they freak out way too fast depending on the killer they go against. Like, they really
Because
freak out.
really, if they have perks like, let's say, Sprint Burst, unless Bubba has add-ons that make the chainsaw, like, the speed increase, like, let's say, the award-winning Chili add-on, unless he has that, then you're gonna outrun him easily if you have Sprint Burst.
Yeah.
Sprint Burst is, like, one of the best counters to Bubba.
Yeah, honestly, because once you hear that chainsaw revving, if you got Sprint Burst activated, it could easily get you to a pallet or a window that might be too far your range.
And also another thing, if you know you can vault the window before he can chainsaw you, do not run in a straight line. There's many times I've downed people as Bubba and Hillbilly. And Hillbilly's really hard to hit with the chainsaw. It's really difficult to hit with the chainsaw when playing as Hillbilly. I actually streamed something, what was it, this past week. I was playing on Hadron with this Dwight. He was the last survivor alive, and he ran straight in a straight line. And I was just like, dude, why are you running in a straight line?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't understand when I see survivors that everyone knows what to do. And did that Jake really just ran into you?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. You hear me start to laugh. I'm just
hold on a sec. Like, we really just witnessed the Jake run at you. Like, did he think he could make the pallet or something?
I don't know what he was trying to do. I wasn't even near the pallet.
Yeah.
That's what was so funny. I was just like, dude, what are you trying to do?
And then, like, you seen stuff like this, like, everyone in the chat, please, if you're watching this, like, don't do some of this stuff. Like, if the killer is literally right next to the hook, there is absolutely no reason to go for an insta save. You're gonna get, one of you guys are gonna get screwed immediately.
Oh yeah, and especially when survivors go for the save. Now, the only time I recommend doing this, and I'll say this and then I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. The only time I really recommend doing this is if you have borrowed time. If you have borrowed time, Bubba most likely does not have a chance of downing the teammate you saved. He can down you, but he can't down your teammate that you saved.
Yeah, like literally, someone's gonna get screwed over. If it's not the guy that you save because of borrowed time, it's gonna be you because you literally risked it right in his face.
Because Leatherface is the best killer to punishing altruism.
Mm-hmm. Like, you can't really go for saves or altruism plays because this man will kill you. He will insta down you.
He will insta down everyone in sight if you bomb rush that hook. And the one thing I hate the most is when survivors go out of their way to message you, "Oh my God, you're camping," and I'm just like,
It's actually useful.
"Do you even know what killer I'm playing as?"
Yeah, like
I'm playing as a killer who has a chainsaw, number one, and this chainsaw can down everyone in my sight. Bubba could do that before his buff. Like, if anyone's at the hook and Bubba's right there, don't rescue him. Do the smart thing, fix the gens, and go out the gate.
Literally, like, you could have waited, they could have done a gen, or they could just, like, they literally all they had to do is just wait until you were far enough away so they can both stay alive. But she got screwed for saving the Fang, and then Fang got screwed because she was just hiding in the house.
She wasn't really doing good at hiding, to be honest.
Yeah. So everyone on the chat, please understand that if you're a Survivor main and you're trying to learn tips right here, these are the main tips to learn. Don't be altruism when the Bubba is right next to the hook. That's not...
Especially when he's camping.
I don't
when
even
he's
think
camping,
that's considered camping if you're only there for like 2 seconds and they show up, you know?
Oh yeah, and here's another thing, and then I'll say this, and I'll go to the bathroom. Okay. Survivors like to They take camping out of context. Camping to me is walking around the hook as a killer, or face camping. Face camping is standing there in the survivor's face, not moving. If all you survivors are bomb rushing the hook, it's not camping. That's just you feeding the killer kills.
Yeah. Is it Jay? And that was a rank 17 though. So who was the rank 17? Was that the Fang? That would make sense. If it was the Fang.
That was actually, I think it was the Fang, but I could be wrong.
That would make sense at least, and as to why she wasn't a good hider, because she's still learning the game, sadly.
Yeah.
But yeah, honestly, one of the biggest things for Survivor mains is to learn is that you don't need to rush everything except gens. Gens are the only thing you should rush, literally. You shouldn't rush saves. You shouldn't rush like all the other stuff. Like, you don't need to rush that. Get the gens done. And if you have time to go for a save, do it. But if a killer is legit camping him or he just hooked him, why is your first idea, I'm gonna get that guy out with him next to me?
I appreciate you, but I don't appreciate the killer you played.
Like, I
And then
just...
it's funny when they all rage quit and they message the killer, "Oh my God, you were camping." Okay, well you fed me the kills.
Literally.
That's your own damn fault.
It's
That's
funny
your
to
own damn
me
fault.
seeing that. It's seriously funny to me. Because they get mad.
Yeah.
They legit get mad about that. And it's like, no, guys, I'm sorry. But the killer just played as the killer.
I mean, I could have played.
There's actually another story that I'll tell. I'm gonna go take a break real quick, and then I'll come back and tell it. So I'll be right back.
No worries. Do what you got to do real
Boy,
quick.
yeah, he is.
Alright guys, everybody in the chat, alright, killer main, I just went to the restroom real quick. So guys, use this time right now. If you have any other questions you might want to ask, please put them in the chat right now so we can get that ready for when he returns. But right now, we've already watched a few matches as Myers. We've already seen the Bubba, a Trapper. As you can see, this guy knows this stuff. He knows what kind of perks to really use, what kind of add-ons to prefer, what kind of mindset you need to have on which killer. So please, if you have any questions that you might want to ask right now, put it in the chat. Other than that though, I hope you guys are all enjoying the interview right now. We're barely over an hour in, and we're gonna watch... Is this the next match I was gonna watch, or...
I play this game way too.
I don't even know. No. My apologies. This is not even the match we're gonna watch next, actually. So that is the end of the first stream. Please let me know what you guys think of that first stream of his. But we're gonna go on to his second one now. This is the second stream now. Or is it? Never mind. I'm just stupid then. Opera G. Yeah. I use Opera, my dude. It's not a bad browser, honestly. Let's see, where is it? 2 hours and 22 minutes. Yeah, I messed that up then. No, apparently I'm not done with this stream yet. Let me see where I'm at. There you go. So where my next match? So a minute, an hour and 35.
Okay. Alrighty.
Yo.
So, now, this story that I'm about to tell, now I won't say anyone's name because, I won't give them away.
Hmm.
So this is actually a match as Bubba that I played. I was actually part of somebody's stream as a killer. And these people were actually tournament players, keep in mind. And I actually ended up killing all 4 people. So I actually kind of felt proud of myself.
Yeah.
Now, this is an example of just entitled survivors. Now, these guys
actually,
had
real quick, Real quick
What's
before
up?
you continue, it's Lisk. Thank you so much for following. Like, we just got a random follow while we're doing the interview right now.
Nice.
I know who that is.
Oh, it's Liz?
I don't know follow you.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Well,
what's the name?
it's Liz K.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
Liz.
Well, either way, Liz, thank you for following, but we're still continuing on the interview. You can continue with the story. I'm sorry, Beardlife. Thank you so much for the follow, though.
That's cool. So this was actually about, I'd say, back in 2020, like towards the end of 2020. It was a match on McMillan Estate, and I saw some flashlights in my lobby, and my first instinct is, I gotta bring in Franklin's, because I knew what they were trying to do. They were trying to sabotage all the hooks and make it to where I had to slug everyone.
Yeah.
And this Nia, I could not stand this Nia because 1, he was annoying to actually get, and 2, he was just the survivors that I don't like, who was like, oh my god, I looped the killer the whole game. Let's be real, survivors. Looping the killer the entire game doesn't mean anything unless you escape. You don't escape, doesn't mean anything.
You take that back, alright? I have loop killers for 5 gens and they've killed me, and I take that as a win. So you take that back right now, Beardlife.
Okay.
Like, listen, alright. Only you have to run in for all 5 gens and everyone escapes. What if that's how you get the credit?
That is true, yeah.
So
Okay, yeah.
if it's a
I'll change
3K
it to that.
Okay, so if it's a 3K and you ran the dude all 5 gens but you died, that's still a win then.
Yeah, okay. Fair enough.
Alright.
So this guy, now, he was really good. Now, I think he was a rank 2, and he's one of those Nias. I could tell he was already the annoying survivor because he's one of those that moonwalks, and he was a PC player. I was like, oh god, you're one of those people.
Yeah.
So I end up getting him, and at this point there was 2 survivors left. Him and one of his teammates who was on the hook. He was slugged, and he had the new Elodie perk, Power Struggle, which you pick someone up in the middle of a pallet. The pallet ends up stunning the killer.
Yeah, like you can.
So he ends up getting the stun on me, and I'm like, okay, let's see what he does. He booked it straight to that hook and did something that I really don't like what survivors do. Save someone when Leatherface is right behind them.
Why would you do that? Like, seriously?
So, he saved his teammate, I downed him, and I downed his teammate.
Oh my god.
And the second I put him on the hook, I immediately shook my head at him. And then I went back and watched the stream, and I heard him say, oh my god, I broke his ankles. And I was like, okay. I was just like, okay, I ate your kneecaps, and you died on that hook. What's your point? Tell me how you really feel.
That's funny. I don't understand these survivors who thinking that they can just insta unhook and then not.
Best believe you play toxic towards me, I'm gonna do it back.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going on to the next match, Beardlife. That's gonna be in the timestamp 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 51 seconds.
Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, Doctor.
Let me know when you're on there. I have it paused.
1 hour, 35 minutes, and how much did you say?
51 seconds.
51. Okay, so I'll go to.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready.
1 hour, 36 minutes, and I'll just get the 41. Let's see if it gets to the to 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 51. Okay, yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's see. All right.
All right.
Okay.
Ready?
So.
And...
Okay. Yeah, I started.
All right. Okay. So
I spawned it.
Yeah, you spawned in. Some, not all survivor
And
mains have
let's-
this Gone complex and get the idea that they're invincible until Bubba breaks out the chainsaw. They really do. Like, I hate survivors who, like, they have the 2K hours into the game and still they think just because of that they're God. They can just loop everyone. They can make it out easy peasy. No,
Nah.
you're not. You're not God. Sorry.
Because all the killer has to do is outplay you, and he ends up winning. So, before I continue, the perks that I end up running on Doctor, because there's before I say this, there's a bunch of perks you can run on Doctor and add-ons that increase his playstyle and make him just the biggest annoyance. The perk setup that I run in this gameplay are barbecue and chili for our aura reads, Save the best for last because that faster weapon cooldown is really useful, especially in situations where you don't want them doing anything like opening the gate or going for a rescue.
That, and I feel like when you're using your electro think, you need your stuff quicker out, huh?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Whispers. Now, this is one that a lot of people, I think a lot of doctors run this perk. Whispers is actually very underrated on Doctor. Just because of the fact of how it works is Whispers lights up when you're within 32 meters of survivors. The second it lights up, I would immediately use your static blast to see if anybody screams. The second they scream, that to me tells me, oh yeah, I used it correctly.
Gotcha.
And then the last perk is Pop Goes the Weasel because he's really good at regressing gens and being really annoying with skill checks and all other stuff.
Wasting every pallet.
Gotcha. So you would say that if people were trying to main Doctor, the good underrated perk would be the Infectious Frag, so you can. Or, what is it called? Whispers?
Whispers, yeah.
Yeah. So you would use.
If
Whispers.
I had to choose a perk for perks, the perks I would really want to talk about on Doctor are Whispers and Unnerving Presence. Unnerving Presence is the best perk, one of the best perks you can use on Doctor.
Yeah.
Because he's really good at screwing over survivors and their skill checks. And it's even better if you use Overcharge.
Yeah.
Because let's be real, if they go for that skill check and you're in their terror radius, the skill check is really, really small at that point because those two stack. Chances are they're not hitting that skill check and the gen's gonna regress.
Yeah. Man, did she really? What was that Meg thinking? Did I just watch that Meg try to drop the pallet but waited until you finished swinging to drop it?
Oh yeah, where did you actually fast forward to? 1 hour,
I'm at 1 hour, 38 minutes, 42 seconds.
Shit, I'm dead.
42. Okay, let's see.
Oh, she threw it down too early. Okay, good.
Let me get there real quick.
Let me pause then. I'm at 1 hour, 38 minutes, 52 seconds. Let me know when you're ready.
Okay, 20 more seconds. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, the Elodie tried stunning me with the punch. She didn't do too long.
Yeah. Okay, so are you at the 1 hour, 38 and 54?
Yeah, almost there. Let me see. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. Okay, yeah. So now Meg gets put on the hook.
So she's put on hook. Your controller disconnected again.
Well, here's the thing. It's actually kind of nice that it happened in that scenario because Elodie was my obsession and I didn't want to lose tokens by hitting her. So I went after Meg because I wanted more tokens.
Why didn't Liz just subscribe? Huh? Thank you. Well, thank you for the subscribe, Liz. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Jen.
I'm just not really doing stuff right now that earns it, you know? Just need to meet you, you know? But tell her thank you. I'm very appreciative. Well, thank you so much, Liz. This still gotta continue this though. So, if it comes down to it, Beard Life, what would you say for an optimal perk set for a new killer, for Doctor?
I would use Overcharge.
Okay.
Personally, because Doctor to me has some of the best teachables in the game. 2 out of 3 of them are really good. Monitor and Abuse and Overcharge.
Yeah.
If I had to choose anything, Overcharge would be one of them. Whispers could be another one if this is like beginners. It's another one. Discordance. Discordance is another great perk on him.
Yeah.
Allows him to just absolutely know where all the survivors are at. And then maybe Bitter Murmur. Bitter Murmur's pretty good. Essentially, if they fix the gen, all the survivors' auras are revealed for a few seconds, and you can basically see where they end up running to.
Yeah. Gotcha.
And then add-ons, personally to me, I would run anything that increases his shock therapy. So multi-electrode, polished electrode, and high stimulus electrode. So I am at where I am chasing the Zarina.
Yeah.
I end up downing her over the pallet.
Yeah, everyone.
That fast weapon cooldown, which I love.
Was she trying to snap out of it? Is that why she was just standing still there?
I think so, yeah. She was trying to snap out of it.
Okay. So it looks like you're chasing the other chick now. No, did she really run into the bathroom? Is it open at least? No.
There were some pallet stuns that Lodi ended up almost getting, and I'm just like, how was she throwing the pallet? I shocked her. Like, I was just getting it. I was like, really?
What's funny
How
is
is
the
it
fact that you
possible?
legit just went past there and let her head on you in the face. That's what you did right there.
I know. I watched that back earlier, and I was just like, did I seriously just not see her go in the locker?
Yeah, like she ran in the bathroom and you're like, no, she's gonna be outside. So just get head on when you finally go in.
That perk, I swear.
Okay, so it looks like they're still doing pretty good though, I'm not gonna lie. There's
They were doing really good. Yeah, they were pressuring me a lot.
We're pushing a lot.
That's kind of why I slugged quite a bit, because I needed some pressure.
Mhm. So would you naturally just slug, or you only do it when you need pressure?
Personally, I only do it if two things. I want pressure, or if I know I can down the other survivor in the area.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done the same thing with other killers, like let's say Michael.
Mm.
If I know other survivors are in the area and I'm at tier 3 and they have virtually nowhere to go, I just immediately drop the survivor and I chase them.
Hmm. Gotcha. Well, that makes
Oh yeah, and then the Meg goes in the locker and she gets pulled out of it.
In your opinion, what do you think of tunneling, camping, and all that? What do you think of it as a killer main?
Personally to me, because a lot of survivors bitch and complain about killers tunneling and camping,
Mm-hmm.
I like to sit here and I tell them this. If I truly tunneled a survivor, I'm virtually going out of my way to chase one survivor only.
Mm-hmm.
If I kill every single survivor, it's not tunneling. Because while I'm tunneling that one survivor, if they're skilled enough, you could loot me the whole game and everyone could pop the gens and leave.
Hmm.
It's really that simple. I've done it as killer before. I would
Yeah.
know what tunneling means. Now camping... If the killer's just standing there, sure, it's camping. But if you're all bomb rushing the hook against a killer who's good at punishing altruism, why do you bother going for the save? Like, why do you even bother?
Okay.
If you know, now Hag's another good example of a killer who's good at punishing altruism. If you know that I can easily punish altruism as a killer, why bother going for the save? Just do yourselves a favor, let him get the one kill, and just go out the gate. Especially when you've done all the gens, and all you gotta do is open the gate and leave. Just walk out. And then you end up dying, and you end up complaining to the killer that he camped you.
Okay, well then let me ask you this. When you play Survivor, have you never bum rushed the hook before? Let me just ask you that. Just...
It really depends on the situation, but if it's a Bubba, I never bomb rush the hook.
Oh yeah?
Ever. Never. When I see him camping, I do not bomb rush that hook. Now, if it's someone who's bad at camping, like let's say Michael, Doctor, Hillbilly maybe, then sure, because they're not killers that can down multiple survivors unless they have, let's say, save the best for last, and they have virtually no weapon cooldown. That's another good perk to help with camping, by the way. If like you absolutely have no other option to camp, and you have like all 8 of your tokens for that perk, and save the best for last is actually really good.
Yeah, I have noticed.
I've used it quite a few times.
You use it a lot, and I'm seeing a lot of.
It's a good perk.
It is a really good perk. You get a lot of work out of it because it is really nice. As long as you don't hit the obsession, everyone. If you guys don't know what save the best for last is, every time you hit a survivor that is in the obsession, you get a token, and every token increases the decreases how long it takes for your swing to get back ready. So if you have all 8 tokens, you're gonna be swinging like a mother trucker. I'm talking like 3 hits in
It's
3
really
seconds.
fast.
Seriously fast. If someone bum rushes the hook, they're all gonna go down with 8 tokens.
They're
if
all
they
gonna go
rush.
down, yeah.
So that is a really good perk. I would recommend too, just for anyone who's trying to get better as a killer, and you're having a tough time for just people bum rushing you. I seriously recommend save the best for last, as well as Beardlife here, right?
Yeah, I would highly recommend save the best for last. Now there's certain killers that don't really need it, but if you want the fast weapon cooldown, then go for it. But killers who have a really slow weapon cooldown, like Clown, Deathslinger, I would highly recommend you use that perk. pretty slow for the most part. And without it, I feel like it's like, oh my god, I'm sitting here waiting for him to be done. Whereas if you had saved the best for last, it's pretty much sped up. It's like, ooh, it's a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm noticing a lot more too. Guys, if you're using Dead Hard, I'm telling you, like, I don't blame you guys if it happens to you too as well. It happens to me all the time. But please, do not early Dead Hard when you know the killer knows you have Dead Hard. Like,
it's better to do it when he's right behind you. Because I've seen many survivors Dead Hard towards a pallet. Now, it can work, but at times it's like, why would you use it right there if you know you can make it to the pallet?
But I mean, sometimes you do it because you don't know if they're gonna swing early enough for that pallet.
The killer knows you have Dead Hard. He's just gonna stand there and wait.
It's just more of like a lose-lose, because if, like, I know for some survivors there's like a certain distance we have before we make it to the pallet, and so you have a choice in your head. You have that little quick time event in your head. Should I Dead Hard? Should I not Dead Hard? So in that regard, I understand. But when you're being chased by the killer and there's nothing around you and you're just running a straight line, why are you gonna Dead Hard?
Yeah, you're in the dead zone at that point. Like, you are basically screwed. You are not escaping the killer.
This is one of those things where, like, that Dead Hard is just gonna give you a second or two to stay alive, and then that's it. And that's mainly because
half the time Dead Hard doesn't even work either. That's why I stopped using it when I played Survivor, because half the time it doesn't even want to work.
I feel that. I get, like, I have so
like
many streams where
head
I have
on.
Dead
It
Hard
doesn't.
fails.
It works when it wants to.
Like,
One of my friends experiences the frustration with using Dead Hard.
yeah.
He's gone down many times from the killer just because of the fact that his Dead Hard does not want to work. And he's just like, oh, my Dead Hard didn't work.
Yeah, like Opal says it exactly. Exhausted on the floor is in fact mood, because you will be on the exhausted on the floor so many times.
Down? I shocked her ass.
It's ridiculous. And now I'm seeing too that he literally yelled out, "How did she throw that pallet while I was being shocked?" Now I think we already
Oh my
talked about
god,
this.
yeah. Yeah, I'm sitting there, I'm just like, how does that happen?
Yeah, so I think we already mentioned this on Discord, but I'm gonna mention this here on stream so everyone can hear as well. So for anyone that is maybe confused as to why it worked, when Doctor like does his little zappy zaps and you get a hit, you still have just a quick half-second reaction to do whatever action you wanted to do. If you still see the notification on your screen to press spacebar to do whatever you wanted to do, if you're zapped, you have only half, maybe less than half a second to click that, or you're screwed.
Yeah, or you're just your action's gonna get canceled immediately.
You only have that half second, so unless you hit that perfectly, if you're shocked, you're gonna be you're not gonna be able to do any actions for a few seconds. So you gotta be careful of that, which is another great reason why, like, I know I hate Doctor as a survivor main because he's annoying to fight against, but as someone who's trying to recommend people new killers to main, I would highly recommend Doctor, because you bring a set like how Beardlife is right now, save the best for last, barbecue and chili, pop goes the weasel, and whispers. Like, you can really do some damage with that kind of build set. Like, I would switch out pop for something else. I would say maybe, like, what's the other one, like overcharge, I would say, for more
Overcharge, yeah.
I would say that one, but you would keep the barbecue for the points, and for monitor, you get overcharge, save the best for last so you can have some quick cooldowns just in case, like, you do a shock and you can hit just as fast and go for another shock if there's another survivor. You can do some wombo combos with this guy. An interesting fact.
Yeah, there's a lot of good perks for Doctor that you can use. Throwing Tremors is another one that's teachable from Ghostface. Essentially, anytime you pick up a survivor, all the gens that are not being worked on, keyword there, not being worked on, get blocked by the entity for 16 seconds, and Throwing Tremors has a cooldown, but it's still a really good perk.
Yeah, so I feel like out of all the killers, Doctor would be a good beginner killer to really try to main.
Yeah,
Would you
there's
agree?
quite a few killers that I would recommend if you're like new to the game, you want to play killer. Bubba's a good example. Bubba's not he's not too complicated to use. Bubba's really simple. Him and Hillbilly both of the Chainsaw Brothers, they're Chainsaw Brothers. Both of them I would recommend because they're not too hard, they're not too easy.
Yeah.
Hillbilly, you may have troubles because he's really hard. You have to be really accurate with your chainsaw sprinting. Especially now since they gave him a cooldown on his chainsaw, so you can't constantly spam it. But I would recommend Hillbilly. Trapper's another one. Freddy.
Did you really recommend Trapper for beginner killer?
Yeah, I mean, I would recommend him personally. That's like probably the first killer that people are probably gonna play as, especially if they don't have any of the DLCs. Like if they don't have, you know, they don't have Myers, they don't have Leatherface, they're probably gonna choose either Trapper or Hillbilly because they're part of him. Trapper, Wraith, and Hillbilly are the first. They were the first 3 killers. Yeah. So they're either gonna choose those 3 killers or the ones that I listed if they eventually get them. So Freddy, Doctor. It was actually free. You could easily just you don't even have to pay money to get Doctor. Yeah. So yeah, those killers I recommend if you're new to the game.
So Ghostface, Doctor. You said Freddy too, right?
Freddy, yeah. Freddy too, Ghostface isn't too hard, but I don't know if I'd recommend him because there's a lot of things that you would have to know. You could play Michael. Michael's another one.
I would say for Michael and Ghostface, they're more for intermediate players because with them, you have to start getting.
I would say so.
Yeah, getting the hang of like their stalking and their one-shot capabilities. Like that's when you're getting more in depth as a killer main and you want to learn someone else. I would say.
Yeah, and then it's even easier when you play someone like Freddy. He's not too. At least nowadays. Back then, he was. Oh my god, absolutely atrocious. But nowadays he's actually very, very easy, which is why I don't main him because I just find him to be a little too easy for me. That's why I play Myers because he's not too hard, he's not too easy. He's just in that ballpark of okay, I can play Myers. Whereas Freddy, it's okay. I spawn in, I put fake pallets or the dream snares, depending on which one you want to use. You can use either or. They both snowball the game, and then just have really good perks for Freddy.
Okay, well, that was the last match for that first stream. Okay.
Alrighty. So actually, I think there was 2 more. I believe I played Ghostface and I played Freddy.
Yeah, I saw, but I went to the second stream just so we can have some more variety.
Alrighty, so which stream are we looking at?
So it's another one that's called Chillin' and Having Memes, but this one is 4 hours and 54 minutes long.
Alrighty.
So we're gonna go there, and you're gonna go to the timestamp 3 minutes and 29 seconds.
Oh yeah, that's when I started out playing Freddy. Okay.
Yeah, might have missed it, but what is your favorite killer to play? Would you say Leatherface, or would you say or Hillbilly, or do you want to say Myers for your favorite killer of your life?
Favorite killer to main and play is probably Michael. But Hillbilly and Leatherface are also really fun too.
So would you say those are your top 3?
Yeah. Myers, Hillbilly, Leatherface, or even Doctor. Doctor's another fun one. I feel like playing Doctor is really satisfying. You just get to shock survivors constantly and annoy them.
Yeah.
I have to skip to 3 minutes because my thing is being stupid. Okay, 3 minutes and 33 seconds. I spawned in. And oh, by the way, now that we're on the topic of Freddy, because I know everyone loves Freddy. Sarcasm, they hate him. The thing that people have to understand about Freddy is, yeah, he's a pain, but you can beat him. He's not unbeatable.
Yeah, he's not.
Like, there are things you can do to beat Freddy. The first thing is, well, just wake up from the dream world. Because we all know that Freddy has a borrowed time counter, which honestly is a teensy bit overpowered. Personally, I feel like he shouldn't have that. I feel like it should just be, if he's away from the hook, then, you know, it doesn't activate. But it completely doesn't activate if you're in the dream world. Which is why I think Freddy has, like, the most kills out of any killer in the game because of that at Red Ranks. That, and he has a lot in his base kit. But if I had recommendations to beating Freddy, it would be wake up from the dream world ever so often and just make chases last long. You have to really know how to window and pilot loop Freddy. if you can't do those two things,
we got a badass
he's gonna
over
win the
here.
game every
Shout
time.
out.
And you'll see in this gameplay. Now, these guys, I had 3 rank 1s, so keep that in mind. And these guys ended up beating me, but you're gonna see in this gameplay, this is how you should beat Freddy.
This match is gonna tell us how to beat Freddy.
Yeah, essentially. You're gonna see these survivors make the chase last long, and then pretty much just pressuring me and making it impossible for me to actually win.
Yeah.
Because you'll see how hard I really tried. Because I had a pretty good loadout.
Okay, so everyone in chat right now, please pay attention. This is the match where apparently Beardlife himself did struggle on, which you should all take notes on how to really go against the Freddy, especially someone a high caliber such as Beardlife, who literally can kill people in like 5 minutes and the match ends. So please take some notes over here, guys. I'm gonna definitely ask questions and commentate on how this goes, but please keep an eye out on what these survivors do and how they got out against the Freddy. Okay.
And then if you want me to pause in certain scenarios, I'm at 3 minutes and 35 seconds right now. So I will start playing.
Oh wow.
Okay.
You're absolutely right, Dust.
Alright, so I walk around the map and start placing fake pallets everywhere, which I recommend to anyone who plays Freddy.
Oh wait, I didn't even start yet. Oh shit, what are you at right
Oh,
now?
you didn't? Oh, I'm at 3 minutes and 48 seconds.
48 seconds.
Yeah, 3 minutes 48 seconds.
Alright, better get there now. Alright, play it now. Let's go.
Okay.
Okay, so,
Walk around the map, and then I see discordants go off, which lets me see where survivors are at.
We got a
If
badass
survivors on the
over
gen.
here.
So I
Shout
immediately
out.
walk over the gen.
You play Titanfall?
I do play Titanfall.
see
I played
that.
it last night, actually.
Yeah, it says you played Titanfall for your last stream. I guess
I
so.
needed something new. But anyways, so yeah, the Fang, I hadn't been the Fang. She loops me around a pretty annoying loop. I don't know why she didn't drop the pallet there, personally. This chase could have lasted a teensy bit longer if she had dropped that pallet. But
Yeah.
because she chose not to, it didn't last that long. So that chase right there shows what happens if you can't make the chase last long. Because now, I'm going to hook the Fang, and I'm going to teleport across the map, and I think I kick a gen.
Okay, I'm noticing too, you have the add-on to where you can do fake pallets. Is there?
Yes,
Do you
that is a
choose
fake.
the difference between either putting puddles and pallets?
With the fake pallets, you have to have the garden rake add-on to use the fake pallets. If you just want the snares, you could either run no add-ons on Freddy, or you can run the add-ons that make his dream projection, like teleporting to gens really quickly. So the green add-on and the yellow add-on, which is the Nancy's frame and another yellow add-on that I'm actually using in this gameplay. Those add-ons I don't remember the names of them, but those add-ons I would highly recommend if you just want to use snares, dream snares, because dream snares slow down survivors on pallet loops as well.
Yeah.
I just find the fake pallets really fun and trolly to use. So I get to just walk through every pallet and
Man, you
whack
just
the
hit that
survivor
wall. How
down.
did you hit that wall instead of her, man?
I think I was having lag issues too.
Like, you're playing as Freddy, the master of the ghost range, and you missed that. Unfollowing
Trust me, there's a lot of
immediately.
things. Yeah. For anyone who wants to go on my stream and unfollow, go ahead and unfollow me because I did terrible as Freddy. I'm kidding.
Alright, so yeah, that dude fell for the fake pallet. So that is a good idea for everyone who's using Freddy. And if you want to really just be a dick to all the survivors, use the fake pallets because you will mess some people up with that. They will not know what it is.
Yeah, this Nia was very annoying. She was pretty frustrating to deal with, and I think she was one of the rank 1s. She was actually really hard to kill. She dead hards right to the pallet. She went over the pallet. At this point, they're just rushing me.
Where are you at right now?
Oh, I think I skipped too far. I'm at 9 minutes and 32 seconds.
Yeah, you're at 9 minutes. How'd you get that far?
I thought you skipped it a little bit. Where are you at?
Hold on. Are you still playing right now?
I paused it.
Okay, where are you at?
6:20.
Okay, well, that kind of screwed up. Just go to where you're at 9 minutes or something.
Yeah. If you were gonna, unless you wanted to ask me something.
Okay, so I'm at 9 minutes. Go to 9 minutes and 30 seconds. And pause it there once you get there.
minutes, 20, 30. Okay.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Starting now.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry guys, everybody in the chat. He just went a little ahead. So you currently see though, one of the biggest things you guys want to do is make sure if you can loop the Freddy, use it to your advantage. Make sure your team does gen rushes as quick as you can. The
You know what?
best,
If she actually gets adrenaline,
the best thing you guys can do against the Freddy literally is just making sure you have your squad either healing each other, doing gens,
I
while
might as well
someone's
just fucking face
juking
camp.
them,
Y'all want to gen rush the
and
shit
get
out
out of the dream state as fast as you can a lot.
Go
Yeah,
fuck
Oh yeah, then I
Freddy's
finally done it.
please.
Yeah, I was getting so freaking annoyed.
I bet. Freddy is an okay killer. It's like you said, the fake pellets is a dick move. It is a dick move, but honestly, right here, this interview, I want to give you guys all the tips. And right now, one of the best tips right here is if you want to main Freddy and you want a way to where you give the survivors absolutely no chance and even mess with their psyche a little bit, you use the fake pallets. Otherwise, you get people like this Fang who decide to dead hard into that pallet. They could have been. It would have been a funny sight to see if it was a fake pallet, but it wasn't.
She didn't really loop me.
Alright, time
Oh yeah,
to
and I
slug.
shook my head at her. She didn't really do a good job of that loop.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel like
I know.
Camilla
Yeah,
did
I think
better.
in this gameplay you're gonna see save the best for last used when I camp because I ended up camping because I was just okay. You know what? You guys generous me, so yeah.
And she dum she need gum. Yeah, you right. Scrubs. I don't know why she did that. Okay, so we're seeing right now. She has.
Yeah, she just
borrowed.
borrowed.
I love the fact too. This whole match we see Nia's hair just freaking out.
Oh my god, I know. I said the same thing. I was just like, what the hell is her hair doing?
Yeah.
So David goes to the pallet. He tries.
He tries. He
fails.
really tries. Even though it's a fake one, isn't it?
I think it was a fake one. Actually, no, it was a real one.
Wasn't that the
It's
one
not
that
lit up on my
Fang
screen.
used and went down on?
No, the one that I walked through. The one that's closest to the gen that's done that you see me walk past to put David on the hook. That was the one that was
Oh,
fake.
okay. Makes sense. Gotcha. I'm really hoping that other survivor is mending herself. She's still bleeding for some reason.
Alright, I'm just gonna stand here. You come for the save, you're getting fucking murked, I'm just saying.
So I can see right now that everybody in the chat, please do not forget, killers do get mad as well. This
Y'all
is a
wanted to be
perfect example of
assholes.
what happens
Yeah.
when gen rush a Freddy. he's gonna camp.
Yeah, look at how fast my cooldown is now because I have saved the best for last.
Yeah. And like, but the obsession is out.
I think they all ended up escaping regardless too, despite me having that perk because
I do believe so.
the
Yeah.
obsession got in front of me.
Which is smart though. If they would have, if they knew that you had save the best for last, being the obsession would be good to just get in front.
Get out of my fucking way!
Oh yeah, good save, Fang. Yeah, just save him. Yeah, he
I
ends
love
up
the
going
fact you
down.
literally just said, "Get the fuck out of my way." Like, David,
yeah, because
you
he
did
was in
not
my way. I'm
want-
just like, go away, because I know what you're
You
trying to
did
do.
not want him. You're like, no, I want this Fang now. There you go. So
I kinda love how the
were,
gate's
like,
right
you
there.
staying true to your word of always going for the people that unhook first, huh?
Yeah, because I know he's gonna D-strike me, and in this scenario with save the best for last, I'm gonna lose all my stacks if I were to chase David. So I just chose not to chase him.
Yeah, I just see like everyone just running over to you right now.
Trust me, if I was Bubba, I would have easily just changed the game.
Oh yeah, I know.
And then I get all the survivors. Oh my god, you're camping! Yeah, and then I think they all ended up escaping.
Yeah, like they literally all teabagged around you, like wow.
Yeah, you're gonna see. I think they were all 3 out of 4
Oh.
were rank 1s.
Hey.
So everybody in the chat, I know there was a little bit that we didn't watch, but just understand that the main thing you need to remember is that when you're going against a Freddy, if you're in the dream state, make it a priority to not be in the dream state. Try to get out of there as soon as possible. Have one guy try to loop Freddy and have the rest of the squad gen rush. That's honestly one of the best choices you can do. Any other things I'm missing, Beardlife?
That's really it. And also, when you're in the dream world, try to see where he places all of his fake pallets and his snares at. That actually helps out a lot. Because if you know where he places, especially his snares, because he can put his snares in annoying spots. His fake pallets, Freddy can only place fake pallets in spots where
Oh,
pallets
fucking
usually
pissed.
Hmm.
are. And if he's broken a lot of the pallets, just make sure you know it's a fake pallet. Because there's times where I face Freddy, and I just don't go to that pallet. I'm like, oh, yeah, it's a fake one. He's just easily going to screw me over.
Hmm.
If you know it's a fake
I
pallet,
unplugged
then
my
just
mic and
don't
my
run
sound
to
was
it.
messed up.
How do you? Is there any way to tell whether pallet's fake or real?
If you're not in the dream world, and let's say you throw the pallet down, and he like ends up screwing you over, if he puts it down, that's the way to tell if it's fake. That, and if it doesn't get broken the rest of the game, or if it doesn't get broken later on, that's like another way to do it.
Hmm.
Being observant essentially is the best way.
Hmm. Okay, so I'm going. The next timestamp for us right now is 17 minutes and 45 seconds. Press pause when you get there, okay?
2 minutes and 45 seconds. Oh yeah, I think I had a better match. I think I had a better time this match.
Yeah, I think this one was a better time for you.
I think I had a 4K.
What's up, Mama? My kitty just.
Alright,
staying
so, oh, I paused it and then I played it. At 17 minutes and 53 seconds, not a whole lot's happened.
53
Let's try
seconds.
this
Just
again
pause it
now,
right
shall
there.
17
we?
minutes and 53 seconds, yeah.
Okay, so on 3, you play it, okay?
Okay.
Alright, so 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So I'm walking around the map.
So this is an indoor map, so it should be a little easier for you since it's all crowded and small space. Or is it? Is it a better idea? Is it better for Freddy main to have a short, closed?
Freddy
map,
could
or is
honestly
it-
do better on a lot of. Freddy does good on a lot of maps. Some big maps he can kind of struggle a teensy bit if survivors are really good at looping him and making chases last too long.
Hmm.
Because if they make the chases last too long, he can't pressure the map
Wow,
really.
you're so hidden.
Oh yeah, then the Fang was. Can I just say that
teabag,
Fang
huh?
made me laugh?
Did she just teabag you?
She gets it and then she teabags. I have no idea why.
Like, what is the reason for that?
And then you're gonna see, and this gameplay actually demonstrates it the best, how and why Freddy's one of the best pranks. Because and why Pop Goes the Weasel is like the best perk for him.
Hmm.
Because I put the Fang on the hook. You're gonna just, yeah, I put the Fang on the hook, and I just immediately teleport across the map.
Yeah. So that's another thing for you guys to not do. When you get smacked in the face by Freddy, do not just start teabagging. You're just asking
Yeah, don't
to get hooked.
teabag.
Like, I really don't understand why I'm seeing a lot of survivors start teabagging out of nowhere. It's like there's no reason for it. How did you know that chick was there?
Observant.
So,
Oh, yeah,
because
then
you legit just turned the corner and just saw her right there.
Survivors fucking prefer
I
me.
paused, looked, and I was like, oh, that's her. And I'm at the part where I just ended the chase within not even a few seconds.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So now I put her on the hook. Lost all my precious stacks. I was for last, unfortunately.
Mm. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of survivors have that god complex, so they think they're gonna stay alive. I don't understand this. I really don't.
I'm gonna teabag and hope to God I don't get killed first.
It's just it's a little weird for me to understand, but okay. So that dude got hit. Scarecrow's going in. So they only got one gen done, but a hook for a gen. It's not really the best trade, but it's the only trade they got.
And Andrew sent me a party invite. Can you send
Yeah,
him
so
an
I think
invite?
I ended up trying to chase him.
Mm. They're trying to chase the who is that? Jake or
That is the Jeff
That's
that I
the
hit
Jeff?
at the pallet. That was the Jeff, yeah. So he's way over there now.
So yeah, you're currently just chasing them slowly. Is that really the best idea when you can teleport to gens right now?
Personally, it's not.
Hmm.
But because I know that I could easily down him, I just ended up chasing him.
Hmm.
So I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna chase him and I'm just gonna down him. And he goes to the window. I think I ended up getting him.
So now I see you have 9 of your little dream stuff. Is that only for pallets, or is that for both the blood, for the little blood
Pallets. It's for pallets. You have infinite amount of fake pallets. The
But-
number doesn't really do a
Can you
whole
go down,
lot.
puddles?
please?
But you don't drop any puddles for getting pallets. You lose the puddle
Jeez,
thing.
I feel like I'm dealing with a fucking
Yeah, you
toddler.
lose the. Oh yeah, there goes the Jeff. Essentially, when the fake pallet gets dropped, you have to
And-
reset
he's
it.
on the app. So, he's on the app. That's why
No, I'm talking about the blood puddle though. Like that doesn't come into play once you have fake pallets.
Uh, No, you can only choose one or the other.
Gotcha. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah. And so now I teleport to the gen. I kick it with Pop, which is why Pop is the best perk on Freddy.
Damn, like again, like she thinks she's good at hiding, and then you just turn around and you're like,
No. I really hated the fact that I had to chase her because I kept finding her and I wanted my stacks.
What do you mean those are fighting words, Scrub? Fight me. Alright, so they just... I feel like in that scenario right there, they both really just ran past you when the injured girl could easily stay crouched. And maybe, just maybe in the heat of the moment, you would have chased the other guy instead of her.
Yeah.
But like, I don't understand, like... I'm so glad I'm showing all my viewers this, so then they can see, like, these are stuff you shouldn't do as a survivor main, guys. Like, really, you gotta really think clearly what kind of choices you're gonna make, which is you don't run to the killer, don't teabag when he hits you. Like, it's, I feel like that's one of the biggest things survivor mains aren't getting is don't be having a god complex when you're going into match.
Yeah, so Dwight, I think, yeah, that was Dwight. Those who were saved. I ended up chasing him.
Jeff
and I think he gets rid of oh no, and then I think I gave up on Chase because I knew Jeff was trying to fix the gen. That's another thing. If a survivor, which here's another thing, I'm gonna pause it right now before the chase continues.
Pause it here too.
I paused it at 22 minutes and 48 seconds. If there's any advice I have to give to survivors, it's do not lead the killer to a gen that your friend or your teammate is fixing. Don't lead him to the gen that your teammate is trying to fix, because if it's a killer that can easily down the survivors within line of sight, you're essentially asking and feeding the killer more kills, because he can easily, the game's really in his favor at that point.
Yeah.
So all he has to do is, if you're injured, just wait for Dead Hard or something, down you, go back to the gen, and then just go down your teammate. And that's what happened there. I really could have kept chasing the Dwight, but because he led me all the way back to the gen, I ended up chasing the Jeff.
Yeah. Okay.
So now I'm
on
going...
3, we play it, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, so continue.
Okay, and scrub, like I'm meaning like teabagging when legit like the match is still going on, barely started, there's no reason to teabag and you're teabagging. That's what I mean. If you're getting tunneled hard, then yeah, go ahead and teabag, or if you're about to escape, teabag, just like, you know, just shits and giggles. But I don't understand the whole teabagging when there's 5 gens left. No, we have no defense whatsoever, no perks that can help you. Why are you teabagging? Like,
yeah, so I think I end up, oh yeah. They end up getting that gen done. This gen, oh wow, they got 2 gens done. Wow.
I got 2 gens done, but this arena did go down.
Zarina, I think, is dead on hook.
She's dead on hook, so they were able to get 3 gens done before an actual death, which is not too bad, but they have a chance of bringing it back if they play it right, but seeing how
they had a chance.
I guess they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, I'm seeing
Because
so
I end up
far,
killing her.
You say that the Dwight sandbagged the Jeff, huh? Basically.
He I wouldn't say sandbagging to me is like not moving when the survivor needs to do something like drop a pallet. Essentially what he did, and I'll pause the video before I continue chasing the thing. Essentially what he did is he led me to the gen that his teammate was fixing. And completely screwed him over, because if he didn't do that, they probably would have won the game and you know, gotten out.
Yeah, and I mean, I feel like for me, like how I describe sandbagging is any way to get your teammates killed, which is taking the killer to the gen, stay in front of them, letting them get hit or some stuff like that. Sandbagging, in my opinion.
Sandbagging to me, it can mean a bunch of things, really. It can mean that. It can mean, like, let's say if the survivor needs to vault the window, and you're just not moving and the killer is right there. That to me is a hardcore sandbag.
Yeah. Scrubs, what do you mean by handle endgame salties? Do you mean like post-game chat, or just like what does he react to people at the end of the match? Scrubs, please specify.
Oh, he's asking me that?
He's asking how does he handle endgame salties, but it's just more of like, do you...
I mean, here's the thing. I tend to get really annoyed at it, and I know I shouldn't. But at the same time, it's just like, why are you survivors going out of your way to bitch complain? I ended up killing you. Your crutch perks didn't help you, so why are you bitching to me? You don't got no one to blame but yourself. Just like with me when I ended up not getting any kills. I don't got anyone to blame but myself. I'm the one who screwed up. It's my fault.
Yeah.
No one else's.
Like the Jeff, is that his death hook by chance?
Yeah, I think it is. I think I ended up
That's his
unpausing. Oh yeah, and then I think. Oh yeah, the thing ends up throwing the pallet down. I don't know what the fuck she's trying to do. Oh yeah, and I ended up down in the thing.
Which part are you at right now?
24-20.
Freddy.
And I don't think she was death hook. I think this is her second hook, I believe.
Yeah, this is her.
Oh yeah, there's
struggle.
Dwight.
Sorry guys, I had to go back a little bit. I was a little further ahead than you, sorry. But
That's
I'm,
alright.
I'm back on where you were at, don't you worry. Yeah, so we're just gonna rewind. Yeah, so for some reason I'm not enjoying the fact that salty survivors, Ranger point out facts. So Scrubs, a lot of them, what Beardlife said, he just accepts them because at the end of the day he's right. Survivor remains. There shouldn't be any reason to go out of your way to a killer's stream and bitch and moan. Like, a killer is gonna do what he's meant to do. He's gonna kill you, and the survivor is trying to do what they're meant to do, which is survive.
I've even gone on people's streams and I'm like, I may complain if the survivor's like, oh my god, they destriked me, oh my god, they're being toxic. But I will never go out of my way to harass them on their streams. That is the one thing I refuse to do.
Yeah,
Because that,
exactly.
to me, is being an asshole.
Yeah, literally, exactly. Like, I would talk smack, end the match, like, man, I can't believe this killer just got me again. But at the end of the match, after the match ends, that's over. They go on with their day, I go on with my day. There should be no reason I should make their life even worse or make them negative by going in there and talking shit. Like, I died, oh well, I'll go to the next match and maybe live or die again. It's whatever. It's a game.
So now I...
Yep.
I teleported the gen, I kicked it, and now I'm chasing Dwight.
Yeah, you just downed him right now?
Yep, I downed him with the increasing, broken, Freddy lunge. Everyone complains about.
You already know how many times we had killer men's come to
Making me
streams and
sweat my
complain.
balls off to get these fucking kills.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see me do that. I mean, I may do it on my stream, but I will never go on someone's stream with a bitch that they're being toxic.
Yeah,
I like to
I
keep it
can,
in game.
I'm just trying to...
Yeah,
That's what I like to do. I like to
match
keep
I
it
just
in
had.
game.
And you saw how we reacted, me, how I was when you killed me. Like, I legit just wanted to meme around, but then
Did you
legit,
sniff my cheeks?
Yeah, legit,
I was
like,
like,
oh, yeah,
you
this guy's
cannot be
evil.
mad at a guy who
And they
says,
all
"Did you
fucking
sniff my
assholes.
cheeks?" You seriously cannot be mad at a guy like that.
Good job,
No,
Meg.
but I've
really
had
funny.
killer mains
I'm
come
shaking
on
my head
stream,
at every Survivor 'cause I'm-
yell at me or complain at me because I got out alive. I've had survivor mains yell at me on stream
No, I'm
because
not
I got out
Freddy
alive.
main.
Do you know
I'm just
how
only playing it
ridiculous that
because I feel
sounds?
like he
Real
did
life?
There, what part are you at on the stream? So I can pause and we can talk for a minute. Cause I think I'm about to kill the Fang. I'm at 27
you have her on.
minutes.
You have her. You're about to hook her right now. You hooked her.
Yeah, I hooked her.
27 minutes 12 seconds. I paused it.
Okay, the thing with those survivors is it's usually the ones who run the crutch perks. The ones who bitch the most are the ones who use the most crutch perks.
Yeah.
After a while, I just sit there, I'm just like, how many passes do you really want not to die? You have Decisive, you have Unbreakable, you have Dead Hard. It's like, how many passes do you want?
Yeah. Honestly, like
Another example of this that I can come up with is this is when I was playing Leatherface on Hawkins a few months ago. This survivor accused me of tunneling when I was just like, dude, you have Decisive, Adrenaline, and Dead Hard. And your teammates decide, hey, instead of going to another gen across the map to actually, they had one gen left, keep in mind. Instead of going across the map to fix the gen and actually get out, I'm gonna sit on this gen that he keeps kicking while Pop goes the weasel and hope to God I actually escape. So what ends up happening is she D-strikes me, and anytime someone does that, I immediately start chasing them again because I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Downed her, ends up killing her, and then they ended up popping the gen, and then let's just say they all decided to just give up. They didn't really do much after that.
My God.
And then I got the message, oh, such a tunneler. This is coming from the same individual who's running Decisive Strike, Adrenaline, and Dead Hard.
Yeah.
And decides to call me the tunneler.
Oh.
Because if I truly tunneled you, I would have lost the game. Sorry, but that's truly how tunneling, in my opinion, actually works. If the killer's chasing one survivor only, that is considered tunneling.
Yeah.
Personally, that is tunneling.
And you're right, Scrubs.
If you end up dying first, it's not tunneling.
And like Scrubs says, it goes both ways. In some regard, yes, it does go both ways, Scrubs. Like, it's not. I don't want to be. I'm not trying to be the guy saying that survivors are the ones that are like the only ones that are being toxic. Like, no, there are killers who do in fact tunnel and
But then
camp
again, if you're an absolute asshole to the killer, expect to get tunneled. Like, you
Honestly,
keep
yeah.
teabagging, you keep clicking your flashlight, expect the killer to be a dick.
Which is
I'm
perfectly
sorry.
reasonable. It's perfectly reasonable. If you were in a match and you're teabagging in front of the killer, trying to beam him, being the most toxic guy you can be, why will you get mad when you got killed first? Why? Like, because, I mean, in that same regard, if they were the killer main and they were playing the killer match, they would be so annoyed seeing survivor mains just teabag, drop pallets in their face, and teabag and beam them. They would absolutely tunnel.
Not to mention, I'm just sitting there thinking, do you want to farm every damn game? Do you want the killer to watch you fix the gens? Is that really what you want?
Yeah.
Because I watched a streamer, TURJ, I watched a video of his a while ago. I think this was from like 2020, I believe, 2019, something around there. And he tunneled this Meg who had decisive adrenaline and sprint burst, and they ended up rage quitting because he ended up tunneling them. And he even sat there and he was just like, what am I supposed to care about? Honestly, what do you expect when you play DBD? Do you want to farm every fucking game? Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
Do you want killers to be nice? You want us to farm with you?
Like, honestly.
But oh wait, I forgot that's boring. So why do you get mad when you get killed?
Like, it boggles my mind where it's like the point of the game is you're gonna die. You're gonna die. Dead by Daylight literally says death is not an escape, because at the end each match you're more than likely gonna die and then rinse and repeat the next match until you get good enough to not die. You know, like, and then they bring the crutch perks for you so you don't die. So why is it that they give you the crutch perks, they give you teammates, they give you perks that do gens fast, they give you items and add-ons that keep you alive? Why would you get mad at the killer and even other survivors that are next to you? Why would you get pissy at them because you died?
Yeah, it's like you had your crush person and you still couldn't fucking escape. It's like, what the hell do you want?
Like, all we can say to you is just get good. You know,
I mean, it's really mean, but at the same time, you kind of have to say it.
You have to say it because, I mean, no, everyone's gonna do the same. If they went against a baby killer, if they went against a baby killer, they would absolutely demolish that killer and then say get good. So it makes
because then he wouldn't know what to do.
Exactly. So then,
And my recommendation is for survivors out there who actually go out of their way to harass the killer, just stop doing that. Just stop being an asshole towards the killer. If he ends up killing you, just move on.
seriously,
Okay? Like, just move on.
like, it's just one match. Literally
Even
one
if
match.
he's being toxic, he's not worth your time. He's gonna look at that message and he's gonna laugh. Just like I sometimes do when I look at salt messages. Because truly, survivors' deaths can be prevented sometimes. Like, especially when I talked about the whole camping thing. That can all be prevented if all you do is go out the gate. Fix the gens and leave. It's very simple. It's not that hard of a concept.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, we got out in a tangent. Let's get back on this. We're already 2 hours into the interview. I don't know if you noticed, Beard Life.
Yeah, we are. So 27 minutes and 12 seconds. So let's continue.
All right, on 3, okay?
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Good job body blocking the hook, Jeff.
Alright, so
Could've
let's see.
saved
So
your
the Fang
teammate,
died.
no.
We're going after the Jeff. I feel like the Jeff in this match
Just keep feeding
did
me
pretty
kills.
damn bad. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't think he was doing anything to help either. I think
Yeah.
that was like the worst part.
Yeah, like he legit. I think he tried to get your attention a lot, but he really did it terribly to the point where I think he was more of a nuisance on the other survivors than anything else. You know, like, come on, guys. When Dead by Daylight, everyone knows that the top priority as a survivor main is to finish gens. So why are you telling me that you're running around the map
really?
looking for the killer instead of doing gens? Babe, are you okay? Okay. But like, it boggles my mind. Do gens. Seriously, just do gens. If the killer's chasing you, please, come on. Like, there's plenty of ways to dodge him. Why is my... What did you say? What was my fave on streaming? Oh, why is my save on stream? Okay. So Beard Life, I don't know if you saw the stream right now, but the scene we're at that I'm using.
Mm-hmm.
But like one
My
of the
pause seems. Let me pull up your thing.
yeah, like
Uh,
the top
Go to.
the top middle is like just a clip of Toxic Blue trying to save Scream, but she DC'd instead. So like you just see your body just fly on the ground.
Oh, and then there's an advertisement, of course. Let me
4462.
stream up and let me have my stream
Those
up,
are the ranks
and
I
then let me
had.
go to that part of the stream again.
Freddy.
So my internet doesn't take a shit.
Freddy. Yeah, I told you. I was playing as Freddy again.
Say that again, Beardlife.
So,
I'm sorry.
I'm just trying to go to that. I'm trying to go to this back to my stream. So we're at
Watch, I'm
the
gonna get a bunch
4-hour
of salt that
stream.
everyone fucking died.
Yeah,
Watch.
the 4 hour and 54.
We're at the
We're not.
27-minute mark.
Well, I mean, the match already ended, so the timestamp doesn't matter at the moment. I'll tell you the next one.
You want to play your stupid
Alright.
ass Survivor matches?
Okay,
Have
so
some
let me go
potatoes,
to
Blue.
4 hours,
Maybe,
50 minutes.
Blue. Maybe I'll give you some potatoes. We'll see you later on.
Okay, so now I have your stream. Yeah, it
I just
ended.
finished. I just finished. Alright, give me a minute.
Oh yeah, they ended hatch. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, they got hatched to 3K, which is not bad. I mean, it's way better than no kills. Way better, I would say. And your controller died again.
Luckily for me, I think I was AFK for the next part. I think I had to go do something. So I was just like, oh yeah. So if my controller dies, it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah. You want honestly like? Do you want to keep going a little more Beard Life, or do you want to end it now? We can now if you want.
Load your audio, damn it.
Trying to think. Unless there's a lot more that you actually wanted to ask me.
Well, we still got a few more stuff to look at.
Louder.
Yeah, we can look at a few more things. I can go to like 11:30 or so if you want. I can go another hour.
Okay, so well, I guess then we can just stop
God.